There we go.
Late. Craig is black.
He may be. He's black coded at the very least.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, first off, if you underage, don't even listen to this. But ladies and gentlemen,
what if somebody like identifies? Like, what if they into
we're
like?
not doing those. We're not doing this. No, we're not doing this.
Okay,
you're not
good.
identifying as no age younger than.
Good. Yeah, because fuck them. Yeah, I'm kink shaming off top.
That's not even kink shaming.
Vermin.
That's just shaming. We're not doing it.
Filthy mudblood.
Slithering. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must admit, I felt like shit all day. I felt like today has not been my day. But still I rise. My Angelo vibes. We are here. We're in action. And if I didn't do this, my day wouldn't get any better. So here I am.
Sure. That's a good outlook on life.
So how the hell are you, pal?
My day was equally shitty. Well, it wasn't shit. It started off shitty because I had a really fucked up dream. Like, and it ended right a second before my alarm went off. So I already woke up in a foul ass mood to start the day. And then I had to go into the office on my birthday. So that's another needle in my ball sack.
Proverbially speaking, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, my dream wasn't like about needles in my. No. Isn't
that what Hellraiser? Nah, go ahead.
I mean, it is Pinhead. You don't gotta specify which one.
Broke or woke. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, other than that, my day was fine.
Okay.
I came home from work and worked.
You came home from work and worked. Okay.
This is my second job that I don't get paid for.
I see. We do get paid. We get paid for this in laughs, in joy.
It's the only currency that really matters.
It truly is. So where
is there a better way to guarantee your ticket into heaven than filling others' lives with joy? We're saints.
There really isn't. It's funny. Like, I don't think it matters what my mood is. Like, funny shit is just funny. Like, there's times where I just like, you know what? I think today's the day I end it. And then I just see something and I'm just like, I mean, come on. Come on. Like, you can't go if they're still making jokes. Like, there's still heat out on the table. Like, I gotta see all of it.
Go out while the hand is still hot. I gotta see this.
Exactly, right. It's like I can't go out while niggas is still like
niggas still making fart jokes, yo.
Niggas is getting it, bro, and they still funny.
What if I die today and then tomorrow the funniest fart joke that has ever been heard by mankind drops?
Like and I'm not here for it. This. Like, you died a week ago, you wouldn't understand anything about this swollen ball shit. You wouldn't get any of it.
None of it.
You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't know why the Trinidadian Minister of Health it wouldn't make any sense. And I think that's the beauty of comedy, is that it just hits you out of nowhere. You never go looking for it. I mean, sometimes you do. But most of the time, you don't have to go looking for it. It's just there. It's just there.
I mean, the two things that drive me in life are comedy and spite. I will keep living out of spite.
Those are strong, though. Those are
just
strong.
to defy.
The comedy's the good. That's like the good part.
The spite is the yin and the yang.
That's the duality of man. Yeah.
Yeah. Comedy and spite. Those are the only two true emotions.
Those are the only two true. It's either
think about it. Think about it. You mad. You mad why? You mad out of spite. Somebody did something. Your girl dumped you, so now out of spite,
better yet,
you gotta go out there and stunt.
You get mad, and what's the first thing you think? I just think it's funny how.
See? Yeah. We're breaking down the human experience too. It's bare essentials. Where else will you see things like that?
But that is the one thing about comedy that I always appreciate. I appreciated people who could be funny and they never tried to be funny. Like they would just say shit. Like because and the funniest thing is like that's how people refer to me. Like I don't tell jokes most of the time. I just be saying shit.
Yeah,
And
all the best comedians are just amazing storytellers.
Like it just be happy. Like there's times where like I've been telling people about something, and I'm just telling it to them the way I would tell it, and they're like cracking up, and I'm like, bro, y'all keep interrupting my shit. I can't get to what I want.
Yeah, let me get to the actual funny part.
Yeah, like this is just context, nigga. This is background. I'm providing you with this so it makes sense, but
sometimes the context be hilarious.
Yeah, like and it be time. I'm like, bro, I ain't even get to the part where y'all supposed to laugh. Stop snickering. But so that's why I always like people who are like that because I always hated people that they gotta like
trying to be
like
funny.
It's like yeah, like I'm telling you jokes. It's like, bro, you like you can't spend an hour telling me jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta talk to me and then be funny while you do it. And
some
I think
niggas just don't know how to tell funny stories. Like niggas literally write jokes.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm saying.
Obviously, like, I'm not a successful comedian, so I don't know the process. But
mm-hmm.
all of my favorite comedians are just good storytellers. They don't actually. So they might throw a joke in every once in a while, but that joke is usually just to add on to the story.
Yeah, right,
and then at the end they'll be like, "No, that was just a joke," and then they'll finish telling the actual story.
Yeah, it's like 20% written,
telling,
and then the rest is just the story. Like it's just it's a story, and I know there's some parts of the story that are just hilarious, so it'll work.
Imagine a comedian that just gets on stage and tells knock jokes for an hour.
Or just tells a series of jokes with no connection to the one before it or after it.
I would walk out.
Nigga just don't like tell a good joke. And the worst part is if they hit into the crowd laugh at each one, nigga check them off. Okay,
yeah. And then you tell one bad one and they're just dead silent. Okay.
So I went to the X and they just like, I don't know. You know what's funny? What's his name? It's a black comedian who used to do that way back in the day. Nigga used to smooth tell a joke and then like the shit ain't go over right. He would look in his little notebook like,
I do remember somebody using a notebook. I don't remember who.
I can't remember his name. I ain't gonna look it up right now because it's not really that damn important. But to me, it's like the difference between like comics and like stand-up dudes and people who are funny in movies. You know what I mean? It's like because some people like Kevin Hart's a perfect example. Kevin Hart's not stand-up, tell a joke funny to me. He's just tell a story, be myself funny. And the problem is he gets caught up too much in trying to appease the people who want stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like appease the people who like, and it's like, bro, you gotta understand, you aren't that type of funny. Like people funny, people be funny as hell. Like I know people who are accidentally funny. They don't know they funny. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like people are funny, but it's like you got to figure out how you funny. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Hart first came out, really legitimately, I'm not afraid to say I like this comedy. He was funny to me.
I like the stand up too. Then like I thought, like And then it got to a point where around you ain't got nothing much left.
It's like around the second Netflix movie where he started to go down from there. And then he started getting all the controversies and he just started to get cornier and cornier in my eyes to the point where I wouldn't even watch the next Netflix series because it's like, bro, come on, you're doing too much. How many times you gonna do the short, my kid's dumb?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm a chuckle every time, but it's like, bro, the only chuckle for 20 minutes is the Like, come on, bro.
That's out of an hour and 20-minute special.
Yeah, word. It's not gonna. I'm sitting there for 20 minutes, stone face, and then the kill me, and I'm just like,
it's just because our brains are fucking wired incorrectly, and funny noises are hilarious.
Yeah, especially in the middle of a story, like you know what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, and it's my son. Like, you know, I love my son to death, but my son's a little weird. You know, sometimes he'll just. You know, he walk in the room and, you know, you don't see him coming, so you don't know he's there. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see him. But before you see him, all you hear is it's like you throw a sudden nigga. You going.
The is going to get you every time. It can be that's why there's so many comedians that have like, what do they call it? Catchphrases. But the catchphrase just be a noise.
Oh, yeah.
And because the noise, that's what niggas like. Niggas like random noises.
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing. Where like when I hear people always talk about like comedy today, and they're like, "Oh, you can't be this, you can't be that," and my thing is, listen. First off, like I've seen who's funny, and I've seen who's not. Right? It's a very simple formula here. Like, there's a difference when you everything can be joked about, and I don't think people understand this. People joke about the worst things in the world, and it still gets done well if you can do it well. You get what I'm saying? And you can make a joke about assault, nigga, just random assaults. Not even like, oh, I beat a dude up who no. Random assaults. You can make a joke about just a dude walking around randomly assaulting people, but you gotta dress it up. That'd be the
like
problem.
Literally, Dave Chappelle told that story about the homeless dude jacking off on the bus. Exactly, and he spent like 5 minutes explaining the cum shot,
which would literally be sexual assault. But it's like,
hilarious
when you break it down and you put it. And so that's my whole thing. Like, that's why it kills me when it's like, bro, y'all niggas will just make jokes, and the butt of the joke is basically women don't know how to do shit. That's why they be getting assaulted. And you're like, bro, what?
What?
Like, that's the joke here? Or like, Asian people can't drive, so they gonna kill us all with their cars, their car driving skills. And it's just like, bro, like, what? Like, and that be the thing. Like, these niggas, it don't be no punchline half of the time. Like, y'all niggas will make a gay joke, and it's just, hey, girl. Oh, dude. I'm like, bro, Eddie Murphy did that in the 80s. You have to find something new.
And he came out and apologized for that.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is that's how old it is what I'm getting at. Like, forget whether it's right or wrong. It's that old. It's archaic, nigga. You gotta diversify your jokes, nigga. And that'd be the problem, bro. You can joke about gay shit. You can joke about these communities you're not a part of, but you gotta understand. The problem is these niggas don't know enough about these communities to make these jokes.
Yeah, they know about stereotypes, so their jokes are surface level and stereotypical.
You could be a white dude with a bunch of black friends, and you would know enough about black culture, presumably, right, to be able to make very specific jokes to where, like, not even every black person gets the joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll make a certain joke and you'll be talking about a certain food. Maybe you talk about Zaxby's or some shit.
Niggas in the South gonna get that.
Exactly, right? You bring up Bojangles or some shit. A nigga getting stabbed over a Bojangles sandwich or something. And don't get me wrong.
See, I will laugh at that.
See, look, now you're still led with the stereotype niggas love chicken, right? So it's a little problematic. But guess what? You changed it up. You didn't go KFC. You didn't go niggas love chicken. So
you didn't say niggas love chicken. You just said a nigga got stabbed over a Bojangles sandwich.
And you can see it happening.
Bojangles is a funny word, and because I can see a nigga getting stabbed over a sandwich, I'm gonna laugh.
Exactly. And so that'd be my thing. Like, you can, and that's why it always kills me when you get these people who, because I seen what was the other thing? I seen they were talking about dark humor, like, on the timeline this week and shit, and they were talking about, like, y'all like dark humor, and I was like, I love dark humor. Like, I love shit that, like, that's gonna make me shake my head. Like, I see it, I'm just like, man, look, yo, y'all really just. But the problem is, some of the dark humor, again, there's no punchline. It's just the same black joke.
We're all about dark humor. We just made a joke 5 minutes ago about Pinhead, but it's the head of a dick.
Yeah,
that's dark humor.
I mean, Lancey and me is pretty dark. Yeah, I can't imagine it gets much brighter than that.
No. Niggas be talking about dead babies like they're in 7th grade and be like, y'all don't like dark humor. Bro, I don't like that humor anymore because I'm an adult.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of it just be like terrible. They just like, oh, it'd be like one of them one-liners like, oh, what's the only time you can find a Jewish person? And you're like, all right, no.
I see where that's going.
I see exactly where the fuck this one going. Let's not.
Shut that the fuck down right now.
But don't get me wrong, even some of those, I'll just be like, don't say that again, but okay. Like, yeah, like,
all right, I'm gonna give you a laugh, but don't say that around other people.
I'm gonna give you a chuckle, but you gotta come harder with it. Your next joke better be funnier.
Yeah.
But that'd be the shit.
Speaking of fucking random humor though, I watched a video yesterday, and it was just
go ahead, watch that shit.
It wasn't really a video. It was just a black background with a nigga talking.
Oh, okay. So like TikTok,
like our YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, okay, valid.
Valid. But no, I watched this video yesterday, and the dude was just saying, back in the '60s, by this time, 2021, people thought we were gonna have flying cars and we're gonna colonize Mars and everything, and they said, but no, everybody's brain is wired wrong. Everybody's just fucking stupid. And then he said, I'm going to put something on screen right now, and if any one of you laugh at it, you're the reason that humanity cannot advance anymore. And when I tell you, he put something on screen that was so random and stupid, I couldn't help but laugh. Going back to just random noises. The nigga put a picture.
Catch you off guard.
He put a picture of lettuce, just a head of lettuce, but it was like a deep fried meme, like the Chinese food menu that's like purplish and red, and it was just a distorted voice that said lettuce, and I couldn't help it. I just started dying laughing because a distorted voice said lettuce with a distorted picture of lettuce. That's just what comedy is now.
Yeah, I mean,
they call it millennial humor.
Look at remember that thing where it's talking about the different type of fighters, and it's like a fighter, lover, and it shows the fucking monster, and it's just
APYR.
Like, yeah, it's literally shit like that, bro. It's just you show an indecipherable figure and just.
Oh, what's that? It was the picture of Shaq going through the drive-through, and he's like, "Can I get a?" It was one where it was like,
something machine broke. Said, understandable. Have a good day.
That one's hilarious. And then there was another one where he pulled up and he didn't even say anything. He just looked at the drive-thru, and it was the monster from the meme, the APYR. And then it goes back to Shaq, and he says, "Understandable. I've met a terrible end." And I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's a combination of jokes, but that'd be the thing. It goes back to what you said, right? If you want to joke about gay people, but you don't know anything about the community except for stereotypes, you're just going to combine a bunch of stereotypes. That's your only choice. You're not going to be a guy to know enough to be like, all right, let me bring this out. Let me bring out tops and bottoms. Let me bring that out. Let me bring something else out that they might know. Let me bring, you ain't going to bring all that out. You just like, nah, let's do tank top or I'm going to tie up my t-shirt so it looks like a tank top and then put on a gay voice.
You're going to do the scary movie 30 years later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro.
Even that was funny back then, though.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm like, bro, like, you can't think you're just going to do white chicks and we're all going to holler at it.
Yeah, no, it's been done. That's why Scary Movie died after the third one. Fourth and fifth ones were
because they still could have kept going, but again, the writing quality takes a hit because now those niggas don't have nothing left. And now that they don't have nothing left, what happens when a comedian don't have none of the good shit left? That's when you like, all right, well, I'm about to pick out this bag, y'all. Y'all better hope this shit all right.
Start offending people, and that's why I'm gonna be famous.
Nigga pick out the bag. All right, let me try this. So these bitches. All right, let me put that one back in.
So these niggas was in Crenshaw yelling, and it's a white nigga that just said that?
Okay, no. All right, let's try this. So I'm at Sephora, and two gay niggas. No. Put that one back in. That's not gonna work. I gotta.
You remember Kramer?
Yeah.
He just got so frustrated and just called him a nigger. And then his defense was, I was trying to be funny. I was just frustrated. I thought it would be funny.
Which is hilarious because he was funny, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
It was only funny because I was watching you melt down. It wasn't funny because you told a joke. It was funny because I was just like, oh man, this guy.
This nigga's blowing
this
it.
Nigga is like, when you get to screaming the N, the hard ER, not just nigga, the hard ER, when you get to screaming that in the public event with mad niggas, bro, you are flummoxed. You are vexed.
He had no other options. He just melted down in his brain. That's just, it's like that meme
was the Fukushima meltdown, nigga. That was the reactor just about to blow, nigga. That nigga.
Have you seen that meme of, it's like when you're arguing with a black person online and they're winning, and then it's just a white dude cracking his knuckles, and then it's just a white hand going to the end on the keyboard.
Yeah, I seen that shit. That and the Hulk Hogan one where he spray painting. I forgot what he was actually. Yeah,
I think he was starting to write out NWA, and he wrote the N, and then they stopped the I, like the slash before it became a W.
Yeah.
So it looked like he was writing like a slanted.
I get you. But then even that is a gag, right? Even that's part of it. Think about it. Like, you could just smooth be like, oh, I was about to say, and no. Like, per example, is like you'll see it in battle rap every once in a while, right? Where you'll see people who aren't from certain cultures.
A long banana?
Understand. And I got a long banana. But you'll see people who, like, you'll see white people, right? Like, and a lot of times, like, they had one dude where a white dude was in a battle and he was like, all right, what's the slogan for this? It's real nigga time, right? And he didn't say it out loud, but he had them say it. He said, real nigga time. He said, well, thank y'all for y'all time. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody laughed. Because it's like, again, it's like, I don't have to say nigga. I don't have to be racist. It's just like, oh, we on real nigga time. Say, well, shit. Well, I appreciate y'all for letting me be on time with y'all.
That remind me of that other white battle rapper that didn't understand the assignment. And he said it, and then the other dude
Oh yeah, he
slapped
got
the shit
skipped
out of
though.
him
Yeah.
multiple
You
times.
know what's so funny about that shit, and it's so random because it's like I remember I watched the battle he had after that, not knowing that was the same, even like the same remotely nigga. Like it's white dudes in battle rap. I mean, it ain't that many of them, but like at the same time, a lot of them do look exactly the same.
A couple Slim Shadys, you know.
That's
Everybody got
what I'm
that
saying.
dream.
Like, so the white dudes in battle rap tend to usually be like, I'm like more like an Asher Roth type of white dude, or I'm a white dude raised in the hood, and I'm gonna talk just like y'all talk without nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get that because Eminem
no, I
did that.
I don't even trip
I
about that.
don't.
I don't even trip
Yeah,
about that. That shit don't
that's where
bother
you're
me.
from. You got the dialect. You're
It'll
not like
bother.
culture vulturing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, with that dude, like, you know, he was one of them niggas. He knew niggas, right? So he knew black people, and these black people let him say it. So that's also the other issue when it comes to comedy and all this shit is that just because you cool with the community, don't think that give you free license to say the jokes that they say. You get what I'm saying? Like
you cool with
still,
one group in the community, but you're not cool in this community.
Yeah, right. So it's like
it's different hoods.
You can have all the gay friends you want. It's gonna be certain shit you say about gay people that even your friends are gonna be like, my nigga. If you not us, that's not for you. Like you can laugh about that when we say it amongst ourselves. You get what I'm saying? But like you can't go out and then that ain't you. That ain't yours.
That shit do be killing me though on Twitter when a black person make an obvious black joke and then a white person they'll just say "L laugh my ass off" in the comments and then niggas be like, hey, "What you laughing at, yo? That's funny to you, huh? It was funny." That shit kills me every single time, yeah. And I get it.
I still think about that shit where a nigga was like, he said, what meet the fucking Anon was like, yo, can I say nigga? And he was like, absolutely not. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
That's comedy. That's funny.
Yeah, even remember that? Did you see that Louis C.K. thing that came back? And again, I hate to shout out this guy considering what he's done.
Where he hit the button?
Yeah, right. But he hit the button. So my thing is like, bro, you can joke about the wildest shit. You just have to have some level of nuance, some level of tact, some level of strategy, nigga. You can't just be like, all right, I want to joke about gay people. What do I know about gay people? And then proceed to list off a bunch of stereotypes that threaten their lives. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're promiscuous. Okay. They have no morals. Okay. Like, nigga, this is all the shit. Like, no, you're going the wrong way.
Or it'd be like, I really just want to say the N-word. How can I work this into a joke? And the joke makes no sense.
And the whole punchline was a white guy saying nigga. That's the punchline.
You're the white guy saying nigga on stage right now.
The punchline is the shock of you being the white guy saying, he actually said it. Like, bro, come on.
That's always been my thing with white comedians. Like, you can tell a joke. Like, I've seen plenty of white comedians tell a joke where somebody else said the N-word, and then they said what the other person said. Like, no, you could just be like, and then he screamed out the N-word. Why did you feel the need to say it again? Especially in the story when the white dude screamed it out, he got jumped by 7 people.
Yeah.
And you said it in a crowd full of at least 7 black people.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, it's just like one of those things, I could just, I'm telling the story, it's not like I said it, like,
but you did say it
when you retold the story. You retold the story. Do you understand what a retelling means? It means you told it again, meaning we heard it from your mouth, not from his.
Yeah, I don't even know that guy.
I think maybe we should take the ass of him back and beat your ass. Because you saw the lesson he should have learned and still said it. So you deserve ass whooping more than he do.
That being said, I do like when comedians grow and evolve. Because I really like Tom Segura. That nigga is funny as shit. But when not when he was first starting out, because I don't know how long nigga do comedy. Tom Segura.
Tom Segura. All right,
I seen some of his earlier specials and they were raunchy. He's on Netflix. He got like literally 4 series on Netflix. He was like the Netflix poster child for like 4 years straight.
Okay, I see.
But when he first came on, he was like, I seen a couple of early shit, and this shit was bad, like even bad for the time. But now Nigga totally revamped his act, and it's
Nigga, I
pretty fucking
seen.
funny now.
You know, it's wild. I seen. I was watching like the All Star Def Comedy Jam maybe like a week or two ago, and I was watching like some of the old shit from the '90s, like Chris Tucker, Bill Bellamy, Bernie Mac, a couple other people. And it was jokes they was telling back then. I was just like, oof. And I knew as soon as some of them got bought up, I knew what was happening. Like, it was just like, so y'all heard about this whole Mike Tyson thing? And I'm like, oh, he had a fight? What happened? What was the fight? He's like, all right, so they saying Mike invited this woman over at 3 a.m. And she wanted it. I was like, oh, it's one of them stories. Okay. Oh, man. All right. And you know what's funny?
Why would you bring that up?
Yeah, right. Some of the niggas handled this with a level of tact that I was surprised to hear. Right? Some of the niggas was like, look, I ain't gonna get into whether he did it or not. I don't know what the fuck that man do. That man's crazy. He could have did anything they say he did. But at the end of the day, he said, but at the end of the day, but let me ask y'all a question, y'all. Who calls you at 3 a.m. and don't expect to get foot? I'm just saying.
See,
I'm just asking.
Yeah, see, that's where you started to go there.
Yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now he's still on that line there, right?
I think at this point, maybe not back then he was on the line. Now that's past the line already, because that's already implying victim blaming. It's not, you're not straight out saying it, but you implying it. That's already over.
Yeah, right. No, there's all type of implications, but people have to understand. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, it gets to a certain point where if you are firm enough in what you believe in, all this, so on and so forth, it gets to a certain point where I'm just like, bro, it is what it is. If you say that's what it is, then that's what it is. That don't change how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna change how someone see it. And that's my whole thing. I hate when niggas pump fake and like they'll be like, oh nah, well, it's really because, you know what I mean? Like they'll hide behind some other shit. And it's like, no. Listen, if you think
just
that
say it with your chest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And so to me, in this case, it's let's be real here. Nah, if I get a call at 3 a.m., I'm going to make an assumption. I would assume 95% of people in the room would make this assumption. Now, that don't mean I'm going to be right. But my whole point is to assume to then paint me as a demon or whatever for making the assumption. Then I'm a demon. It is what it is. Because y'all ain't going to tell me you getting this call 2:30 and y'all don't know what's going on. Just like we don't know what's going on. Now, I'm not saying that's what happens every time.
It's like a retrospect thing. It's like hindsight is 50-50. Like you said, most people get a call at 3 a.m. You would imagine, I'm going over there to do this. But if you say that after the fact, after someone was assaulted, and you're saying that, then that's when it starts to look bad. Because then it starts to get into the, well, what did you think was going to happen? Well, why were you dressed like that? That's when it kind of get into that.
Yeah, that's where you keep, and that's when niggas keep going. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that I never understood in a lot of these scenarios is that, bro, like, do people know this is one of the hardest crimes to prove? Either way, like, I can't, like, because if you wasn't in the room, basically, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would anyone know if you wasn't in the room? Because even kits, you know, the kits that they have for it don't necessarily always tell. It could just tell you, it was a little rough. But then you could lie about that and just say, oh, well, it was rough because so-and-so. So my thing is, with this being this hard to prove, it's a scenario of there's always this automatic assumption on both sides, right? Where, like, you have to choose somebody's side. And I'm just like, bro, I'm never doing that shit. I'm going to tell you straight like this. I'm going to go on what makes sense to me. I'm going to go by what makes the most logical sense to me. And I'm going to try to look at it from a lens of, let's be reasonable here. Because, listen, I know there's a lot more true cases than false accusations. Way more. So I'm not the nigga who's like, well, you never know. It could be 50-50. No, it ain't nowhere near 50-50. It's probably 95-5, 99-1 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand this don't happen often. But it happens often enough to where I can't just automatically assume either way. So for me, I just go off of the shit that I see. Perfect example is how certain niggas respond to the shit. Like the Bill Cosby shit. You get all these accusations, and then everybody else around you start saying that I seen this. I knew this when I was a little younger. No. Once I see that, nigga, you did this shit. I don't even hear nothing. If you knew it, then why you? I know at that point, I wouldn't even care if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the women were lying. Because I know somebody telling the truth in there. Yeah. Because there ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's my thing where I just hate that motherfuckers would literally force you to be like, nah, you either got to believe her or say she a liar. It's nothing in between. You 100% believe what she did and that nigga did it, or she fucking lied. And I'm like, bro, look, I don't know who did what. I'm just listening to what y'all saying. She got a point, so I'm kind of siding with her. And he don't really seem to be defending himself well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I mean,
would say that's like 90% of niggas they called on Twitter. They never really have a defense. They just be like, I mean, what she think was gonna happen? She came through, and I'm like, in my mind, you say shit like that, fucking admission of guilt,
confirmation to me. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like all these niggas that be getting called on Twitter, they never have a real reason. They don't have a response, a rebuttal. They don't got receipts. They don't have nothing. They just be
and
like,
most of the shit that they say ends up, like you said, ends up confirming their mindset about this already. Like they'll just be like, bro, hold on, whoa, I did not do that. I just coerced you and did this and got you drunk. I'm like, my nigga, that's the same thing.
I did not force myself upon her. I just
got behind her inhibition
and I put my dick on her booty a little bit.
Like, yeah, niggas like, but you know what I said? And it was funny because we skipped this when we should have mentioned the whole Long Beach Griffey thing weeks ago. Well, I wouldn't say should have because I mean I don't really give a shit about these niggas. But
I didn't know about any of these niggas until this shit happened.
Well, I mean, you talk about Long Beach Griffey, but
but Long Beach Griffey was a byproduct of the original nigga that was blamed anyway.
Yeah,
Long Beach Griffey is just a dumbass nigga defending his friend. But
I had no.
I didn't know who the other nigga was. What's his name? Heavenly?
Yeah, Heavenly Control, some shit like that.
But I had no idea.
The most through that whole scenario is that this, and it sounds weird, but like this is a scenario where this mass religious shit is hurting us because there's a reason we don't talk about consent or any of this shit in schools, and it's only because of the fucking religious folks.
Yeah, because they don't want to talk about sex at all.
They don't want to talk about anything. So now you got a whole bunch of fucking kids who go to these schools. They never learn consent. They don't learn basic shit. Like, fuck the STD. Like, bro, we took classes that told us about what STDs look like under microscopes. Nigga, who fucking cares? Yeah. Who gives a shit what scabies looks like on a microscopic level? Nigga, I don't care. I'm never going to see that. First off, is scabies real, nigga?
It's a little interesting.
I mean, it's interesting, but like my thing is, we'll spend whole classes on that and never touch consent, which is the first thing everybody who fucks every person who's ever fucked in their life needed consent, and we don't even address that.
It's sad. You're 100% right because of such a overly religious society we live in. Schools are so afraid to touch on sex in general that they don't teach consent. So a lot of niggas that be walking around doing this shit. They legit. I'm not defending none of these niggas. But a lot of these niggas literally don't know what consent is. They think it's okay to,
And then, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they think it's okay to like a girl come back to my house, we drinking. I grab her ass and I start looking at her and she pull away a little bit and I pull her closer because in movies
you wouldn't be here. Exactly.
Yeah, in movies. The strong alpha type pulls women in closer when they pull away.
Apply pressure,
James Bond, James Bond takes 73 no's before he get it. That's real. You can look that up. Bro. The old James Bonds from like the 60s, them women was saying no a lot, and he was coercing them.
Hello, lady. Nigga. What the fuck?
I'm James Bond. What?
No, look, I got a cufflink that's a camera. Okay, nigga.
Send this bitch a martini. Let me go over there.
No, hold on. Maybe I need to get her a drink. She don't know shit, bro. She don't know I'm James Bond and shit. Yeah, I know, nigga. Yeah, she don't know. So what you do for a living? IG model. Okay, what the fuck is IG?
Wait. All right, what's going on? We're mixing genres here at times. We're doing 60s James Bond and IG models today. I need to get in character. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, he had a 2021 bar. But it's still 1960s James Bond. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so anyway, it's the consent shit, right? But I think the other thing that happens is that so many people, because you haven't had any consent training, right? You do what you do. And so eventually you get to an age, whatever age you get to, and then you start to realize and learn what consent is. And then you get to this crossroads, right? Where you start hearing, okay, wait a minute. Sex without consent ain't sex no more. It's another term for that, right? I ain't gonna say it here because I don't want the YouTube sponsors to get on my ass. Or the YouTube,
and then you start going into denial and you go totally overboard.
And so it's one of those ones where you're like, well, nah. Because if
I
that's
definitely
the case,
do that.
that makes me.
I did this.
And that's the thing. Like I remember a woman, and it's funny. Like I said, I understand it because I literally had the same reaction the first time it was presented to me. I literally had a woman in the class tell me, she was like, "I'm gonna argue, and I know this is gonna sound wild, but I'm gonna argue 90% of y'all in here may have committed a sexual assault." And then we were just sitting there like, wait, what? Bitch, who are you talking to? Bro, nigga, stand up, bro. I ain't never did no shit like, you know what I mean? Nigga, be sick as 90%, bitch, that's most of us.
But, I would say, you know what, that's
her logic
was niggas. See,
think about it. We're not just counting the whole. When you think of the word,
pull a woman in the alley.
Exactly. When you think of that, that's a super small percentage of it. You ain't thinking of that. I'm gonna get her drunk and do what I want to do, right? You ain't thinking of I'm gonna ask her 18 times when I know she don't want it, and she eventually gonna break. When you count all of those in. That's where you get the 90s.
Pulling the condom off while you in the
right, stealthing, all of that shit. So
stealthing? It has a name?
That's
Oh my god, niggas are sick.
And so that's why she was like, and once she broke all that down, even when she broke it all down, I was still mad. I'm like, bitch, I ain't no rapist. What are you talking about? But then when you start breaking down them scenarios, you're like, wait, no, hold on. I have been in a scenario where we didn't explicitly. Oh shit. Right? And then so these niggas, their first reaction is, well, nah, I can't be that. So instead of just realizing
you're wrong.
Exactly. And I'm like, bro, why can't you niggas just realize you were moving wacky and now's the time not to do so?
Exactly.
You can stop moving like that.
Way to do it, and now you know the correct thing to do.
Yeah. And my thing is
niggas just get violent. It's like you're directly accusing me of something, and I don't like it. Yeah. So
but it's attacking their entire mind state, right? Think about it. If you 26 and you've been chasing coochie for the last 7-8 years, using whatever tactics you use.
26, I feel like that's too late. We old. I feel like,
bro,
niggas with
common sense. 40-year-olds who don't.
No. I know. But what I'm saying is, especially I feel like niggas with common sense get it earlier.
Oh no, hell no. Them old niggas don't know a thing about consent. They ain't had none back in the day. Nigga, women was you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, and that's the other thing with the old niggas. That's not even consent with them. Them niggas just came from a different era where it was property. So it's like
no. Remember James Bond? We were just talking about that.
He just looking like sis. Look, no disrespect. I'm trying to claim you. You acting crazy right now, like you don't want a nigga and shit. But
listen, I just got off of work at the steel mill. I don't got time for all these no's. So you coming home with me?
That's his cover story. You know, he ain't really work at the steel mill because it's James Bond.
We keep mixing genres. I was talking about a real nigga in like Harlem in the 1920s.
Oh yeah, he like, yo, look, man, I need a wife. So, fuck is you doing?
Literally, that's how it used to be. And then they would beat their wives and then cheat on them, and then the wives would stay because what else they gonna do in the 1940s? It can't work.
So that's what it is, man. It's consent,
until World War II.
We got to talk about consent. We got to get more people in line with it, because my thing is, consent is one of the few things that I will actually sit here and say that some people, ignorance is an issue here. Like, you know how I say this with everything else where I'm like, nah, fuck that. Y'all know better. Y'all just be doing shit wrong on purpose. Some of these niggas, of course, obviously, just like in everything, some of these niggas who struggle with consent, they struggle on purpose. They struggle for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Now, but I think a lot of these niggas genuinely don't understand a lot of this shit as being what it is. And they're just like, well, I don't get it. If I can ask you 3 or 4 times for something, and your answer goes from no to yes, then you probably, did you secretly want it? Like, that's their thought process. So you gotta understand that it's ignorance on the part of these niggas. Now, I'm not saying you gotta sit up here and save these niggas and try to work with these niggas, because I mean, shit. I mean, how can I ask somebody who, you know what I mean, who's dealt with some shit like that to try that with it? Nah, don't even bother. But
no, it's niggas in their circle job to teach them. It's not women's job. It's, if your nigga acting weird, check him. A lot of niggas are like afraid to jeopardize friendships when niggas start acting weird. So your nigga, you at the club with your nigga and he's acting real aggressive towards women. Pull that nigga aside and say, hey bro, chill. What the fuck you doing?
And the worst part is, I've seen niggas check their niggas, and it's like, I've literally seen niggas like, yo, you wildin'. Like, nigga, that is not checking nobody.
That's not checking, nigga. You say, you laughing and you saying that.
Yeah, it's damn near encouraging.
It's like with kids, they do some bad shit and an adult laughs.
I'm just like, oh,
They gotta laugh. I'm about to do some more bad shit.
This little nigga wildin'.
I would argue that's not damn near encouragement. That is encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, but you do, bro, you acting wild.
But it's funny because this also reminds me of that the same shit that we were talking about on the timeline with the dude who was knocking on Shorty's door, right? Like it's the same scenario where, you seen that shit, right? Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I assume everyone.
I've seen so many niggas like trying to. Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, like, and I always do this. I do this with everything, right? I try to keep the principles and the ideas the same and just change the words. Just swap out nouns. And you'll see just how quick you motherfuckers will get it. And that's how I know it's not about ignorance, right? Because let's say you a nigga living in an apartment complex. Okay? Real simple. You walk outside every once in a while, you see this dude, he wave at you, hey, what's going on, man? Blah, blah, what's up, blah, blah. Y'all chop it up a little bit. Maybe not. Whatever. Right? Then one day, you get a ring on your doorbell, middle of the afternoon, you're like, Amazon ain't coming all the way up here. Who's ringing on my damn doorbell? So you go to look, maybe through your Ring camera or whatever, and it's that nigga that be chilling in the laundromat every time you get in there in the laundry room and shit. And you just like, what the fuck is he doing? He like, yo, I just want to say, like, I've been peeping you lately and seeing you around and didn't die, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to know, like, you want to be cool, strike up a friendship or something, blah, blah, do. And he talking to you through your door. Nigga, you are insane.
Nigga,
you're an insane person.
From in front of my door. You are crazy.
You know what normal people do? They would walk up to you when they see you in person and at least say that. Like a fucking normal human being. You're not going to talk to me through my door. I don't answer my door and then you're going to try to, oh, well, I just wanted to. But and the wildest part, right, was that he did a follow-up interview with some random nigga with a random sheet of paper asking questions as if he was like fucking Charlemagne or some shit.
And then I saw a video after that. Did you see the follow-up video to that one?
I didn't. Once
there
I saw
a follow-up video where niggas were pressing him. Thankfully, niggas was pressing him about it, and that nigga was acting scared. That nigga was jittery. He was shaking and shit. I'm like, yeah, this is how it should be.
In the second video, he was basically saying like, oh, I just made all that shit up because like my phone, my iPhone shit. And bro, first off, I couldn't believe the shit I was hearing. This nigga said his iPhone had him downstairs and told him the shit was upstairs, so he went upstairs and said it was up here. My nigga, my iPhone don't do that.
They don't. They give you a general location. There's no up or down.
Bro, it ain't like a dark arrow when you on the right floor and a light arrow. Nigga, it don't do that.
It's not an RPG that's telling you to go from one area to another where it says go up.
Yeah, it's the Ghost of Tsushima wind just guy. Nigga, you're lying. So that's one. And then two, the second part was the nigga was sitting up here was like, oh yeah, so I was just trying to get. So think about it. So you was looking for a phone, but then sold her on, oh, I fuck with you, I blah blah. So literally, you were lying. You manipulate. Now, granted, your intentions are different than what most women would assume they were, allegedly. But my whole point being is, it doesn't fucking matter because guess what?
You still lied.
You led with a certain set of intentions that wasn't ever your. You know what I'm saying? So
and he capped it off saying, if she would have opened the door, I was gonna bum rush my.
Yeah, I was going to right. So at the end of the day, you still proved your point. No matter what, you dumbass nigga. Because at the end of the day, you lied, said you was so interested because you wanted to get something. And you was going to kick her door in and do whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you niggas, man. You niggas don't get it. Like, and that's the part of like how I know it's not ignorance. It's just niggas don't fucking care about women. Because it's like, bro, if I'm a nigga and any nigga walk up to me randomly, knock on my door and do the same shit, tell this nigga get fucking lost. What is wrong with you, bro?
Are you fucking insane?
Yeah,
standing in front of my door
like a normal human being, bro. When you see me in the laundry room, say what's up, yo. You want to do a fantasy league or something? Do what normal niggas do.
Maybe you should have did that beforehand, but after
after it's dead. Yeah, after it's dead. But I'm saying what normal people do before they knock on someone's doors and profess their love through a door, like in a fucking movies. Like nigga, what you think this is, nigga? This nigga think this is
even in the movie when niggas show up on the door and profess they love through the door. You had her at one point, and then you meet her at the airport. She's leaving, like, my love, don't go. Like, you know her beforehand. You didn't even know her. You just popped up.
No, niggas don't do shit with logical intentions in mind. They do shit because they can do it. That shit. It's just that damn simple. Niggas, it's like when niggas send dick pics to a shorty. That's not to get her. I know that don't work. I just like to do shit. I just like showing it. That's it. I don't care if it works. Because, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I realize a lot of these niggas don't care what works. They don't care whether this is something women like. I don't even care about women themselves. I just want what y'all got. That's all it is. I want coochie, and you got it. You holding it from me, and it belongs to me. So that's it. And
You
then
know
these
he was
niggas
stalking her because at no point did she ever say she knew him, right? He was stalking her, found out where she lived, and then he went to her door. Did he ever at any point before
like
going to
after
her door
I
try to
don't think
talk
so.
to her?
I don't think so. And he's making this whole thing up about the phone, and like I said, that shit was all cap. We already seen that
Yeah.
whole phone shit was cap. So to me, I'm just like, bro, I don't know what it is, but niggas like you need to get extinguished, bro, because something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And niggas like y'all is dangerous because y'all niggas are cowards, but y'all just passionate enough to fuck somebody up in the wrong moment. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
niggas
Like
is straight.
niggas are crazy. You're a bitch. You scared, but at some point
Yeah, when that
you
passion kick
might
in,
just
crimes of
like a
passion
crime
happen.
of passion. Yeah,
Yeah.
you might do some wild shit.
I'm like, cause you don't gotta be a thug, you don't gotta be a real nigga to shoot, do none of that shit, dog. I mean, look, I done shot a gun. That shit, a child can pull a trigger. So
Wait. Hold on, let me get the police on the line. You said you shot him.
that was at a gun
Where
range,
were
man.
you
Get
when
the
you
fuck
shot
on.
that gun?
Yeah, in the mean
No.
streets of Westfield. Like, fuck is we talking about? The mean streets of upper middle class white suburbia.
What gun range though? So I could collect them caps and try to link them to a murder?
Nigga, I borrowed it from the gun range. What, they loaning out guns to kill niggas?
We couldn't get him. I'm sorry, boys.
We could bring his bum back. Bro, come, I'm charging you $100 because you ain't clean the blood off of this gun, man. Come on. The dude look like, no, that's not. No,
That's funny as shit.
ketchup. It's ketchup. Nigga sniffing. This is blood, man. No, it's not. It's a ketchup, and so I got this drink I make at home, right? And it's no.
It's tomato juice and corn syrup
and a little grenadine. Take the edge off.
Grenadine. Yeah, you be drinking that. How you get on your gun then?
So I was holding a gun, and
first off,
I was
how
playing
you
Jeopardy, and I got the answer right, and I was so excited because I didn't think I knew it. Dropped the gun by mistake. Easy. It happens to everybody.
Realistically, how would you shoot somebody and then get their blood on your gun unless it was like point blank?
Nah, you have to pistol whip them or something.
Yeah, unless you get a nigga on the ground and you shoot and just an eruption of blood. You're not gonna shoot somebody from across the room and then get blood on your gun.
Maybe you got a rail gun. You got a big gun.
A rail gun.
A rail gun. They got a handy rail gun.
A Spartan laser.
All right. What else we got on this list, baby? We got the activist.
Activists? I thought they was out of that.
Nah, they still got them coming, yeah.
Why?
They still
why am I doing all this other shit?
I don't know. That walk hard give them the runs, though, I thought.
Exactly. So why not do activists? If they still got I didn't think they still had it.
So you were right about this. I remember you were saying like I was saying they're not going to cancel this. They're not going to run it back, blah, blah. And you were like, nah, they absolutely will.
There's no fucking possible way they were going to run with that.
Yeah, the news came out that they're changing this to a docuseries, which actually makes more sense because if you wanted to pimp this whole like activism shit, like that was the route to go instead of actually getting a real activist here. What an asshole.
Do a multi-episode run.
You could have did a docuseries. You could do one person and get a whole season of that. Like, you guys are assholes. You were gonna bring in 10 people and then send niggas home and shit. Like, are you like, what's wrong with you? But yeah, this is last time we came in here, we just talked about how depraved it was. But I think the thing I saw that was interesting was somebody was talking about I don't even know like how to describe it, but they're basically talking about the idea that like when capitalism gets to a certain point to where a certain amount of the population understand that it's unsustainable, what they'll then try to do is sell anti-capitalist shit to you in hopes that basically assuages you and keeps you calm and docile enough to where you don't see any real revolution, quote unquote. Which I thought was,
but I 1,000,000,000% believe that, and it's happening now.
I was like, that is an amazing theory, and I'm like, you know what it is? I bet you a nigga in like 1973 came up with some shit like that, and that's what bothers me. How the fuck do you niggas be knowing? It'd be like 1991.
They see the way it's
going.
going.
Like, yeah, you know, we're gonna get in the war. We're gonna have a black president. We're gonna have a white woman run for president. They're gonna find her emails and shit. And you're like, bro, what?
If a nigga came up with it in the 70s, think about it. They just saw the civil rights movement. Oh my god, I'm really becoming a Baltimore. I just said movement. But no, if a nigga in the 70s came out with it, they just saw the civil rights movement. So like, okay, niggas not gonna take it no more. Who's the next people that's not gonna take it no more? The general public, the poor. All right, so at that point, we gonna have to defend capitalism some way.
I can see it. It's just, damn, y'all niggas good. Boy, y'all be seeing
devious.
Niggas cunning. Watching something. I wasn't talking about them. I'm talking about the niggas who be like the nigga who can put words to the phenomena happening. I'm like, dog, that is amazing. I didn't even like.
Oh, that's me. I just came up with that.
When you put it that way, it's just like, yeah, and it makes perfect sense, right? It's like you with your girl, right? And you giving her the bare fucking minimum, and it ain't enough. It's clearly not enough, and you can see it ain't enough. But
you're talking about dick, right? You're not giving her enough dick.
It don't fucking matter. Dick, money don't fucking matter.
Relationship,
love, listening, emotions, it don't matter. You ain't giving her enough, right? So then you start thinking, all right, what can I do that like won't require shit from me, but will still like make her a bit less angry at getting the bare minimum? Because that's all it is, right? I can't force you off of that because realistically, it's just not how it's gonna work. But at the very least, I can tamp down how angry it gets you. Like, so like,
yeah,
let's say normally after 3 months, you would have realized, oh, I'm just getting the bare minimum, and you would have left. All right, I'm gonna change this to where 3 months from now we gonna have an argument. And then
I say, baby, I'll change.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the argument. I'm gonna buy some flowers. I'm gonna do a couple of little cute things after the argument, and I'm gonna buy myself another 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it's like.
And then after that, 3 to 6 months,
exactly.
Baby, I'm sorry, I do love you.
And then you up it just a little bit.
Yeah.
And so,
and then 2.5 years later,
of giving you nothing, and then spike up, give you a little something, give you a little crumbs in this moment. But it seems like a lot because comparatively speaking, it is.
You know what's crazy? I peeped this last year, not from a capitalist standpoint, but from a police standpoint. And I don't know if you remember me saying this, but I dead said this George Floyd shit. This was the crumbs that they were giving. You can't murder a nigga on TV for 9 minutes and not. They had to go down.
I knew that one. Yeah, that was one of those. But again, like you said, that, and then you put the laws in. Let's ban chokeholds, even though the chokeholds is banned when they killed Eric Garner, and that shit didn't mean nothing. So it don't like none of that shit matters. You get what I'm saying? Because why are you trying to defeat lawless niggas with the law? It don't work. They're the arbitrators of the law. They enforce the law. You can't beat them with law. I can't tell you what you can beat them with, but you can't beat them with the law.
For whatever reason, a lot of people still don't know where the police actually come from. The police were started as...
No, go ahead. You probably got a better answer than me.
Yeah, the police were literally started as slave catchers. That's where the police came from.
They were catching Martian slaves that were fleeing Mars.
No, they're catching
great Nexus
darkies.
Yeah, dark-colored Martians who were fleeing during
Mississippi
the Nexus Wars.
mud monkeys.
Oh, you remember the Mississippi Empire too?
Moon crickets.
Oh,
yeah, but literally, police.
I don't know if YouTube will recognize any of these. Let's not.
Those are pretty obscure. I don't think they're gonna get those.
YouTube like moon cricket. Oh yeah, that cricket got bounced.
But no, seriously, literally, police are just a group of white niggas that got together to chase slaves. Mm-hmm. They had badges and everything that said slave catcher on them, and then they eventually
altered their purpose.
Yeah, after slavery ended, well, these niggas kept the law in the land before. Let's make these niggas the sheriffs. And then niggas started being sheriffs over towns. And then we got U.S. Marshals. And then we got FBI, NSA. All this shit from the ground up is to fuck us over.
Yeah. So, what was the other thing? Oh, even the Tampa PD thing we saw where they were doing, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the most recent one. I remember it halfway, but I don't want to just say it because I don't remember all of it. But
wait, are you talking about something performative or something evil? Because I saw some truly demonic shit. Oh yeah, the Tampa PD. The Tampa
The eviction
PD
things. I
were
can't
doing
remember.
the evictions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They literally ran a database of people that had supposedly done crimes and sent the list to their landlords. And it's one thing to send the list, but they actively said, yo, you should evict all these people. And 90% of the people on that
We're
list were
black. Yeah,
black.
yeah.
And
Which to
all the
me, that is
landlords
like,
were just like, yeah, get them out of here.
bro,
And so niggas
I
was
can't
homeless.
imagine a nigga showing up to me one day, right? Maybe let's say I ain't had nothing to do with this. Nigga just shove, yo, look, man. Got you a list of 126 niggas in your building that real shit. I think they ain't gonna pay rent in a couple months. And you like, wait, what? Yeah, I think in a couple months, them niggas they gonna ditch you, bro. They gonna leave you high and dry. You like, wait, what the fuck are y'all talking about? How do y'all know this? Listen, we got our precogs back at the station, and
Precogs, this is Minority Report, yo.
yeah, it literally is
Yo,
Minority.
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, but I got my precogs back at the station. They said, your son got some real bad grades. He just started smoking weed. In the next year or two, he's gonna be shooting and robbing. It's just how it go. It's just how it go, you know? And the crazy thing is, instead of like, I don't know, interjecting shit into your life to try to steer you away from that, I'm just gonna watch you until it happens. That's literally what the course they take.
Or you know what? I'm gonna directly contribute to it by making you
Exactly.
homeless.
Yeah.
So you
Or I'm
have
gonna
to go
directly
down this
contribute
crime
to
road.
it by
Yo,
literally following you and trying to catch you doing some slightly illegal
bro,
shit.
it's not even a conspiracy point at this point. I'm gonna. So, did you hear about them changing the laws in Texas so that it's pretty much easier for them to take Native American children away from their parents?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right,
Texas is
so
turning into a
this
fucking
is
fiefdom, you know?
no fuck Texas. It's all of America because let's combine Texas with the shit that's going on in Florida, right? All right, so abortion law. So Native American women are not allowed to have an abortion when they're not probably able to take care of their child, right? So they're forced to have this child. They're not able to take care of this child. Child is going to go into a life of crime. Child is going to get taken away by the state.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen after the child gets taken away by the state? He's either going to go to the prison pipeline or maybe get sold into child sex slavery. We don't know. The state loses children all the time.
Yeah,
all right, so that's in Texas.
Or maybe there's even a third path that we don't know of that they're trying to figure out. They're like, nah, there's another way to make money off of these little niggas. I gotta figure it out.
So that's in Texas. Now in Florida, they're sending lists of people that have offenses, which some of them got acquitted of, but they're still sending them to landlords. Landlords are evicting people, so people, whole families, children are ended up homeless. So what do homeless children do? They steal to eat. What happens when children steal? They get sent to jail, and it's the same thing. It's the prison pipeline. Bro, they're doing this shit on purpose.
New slavery, dog. It's just new slavery.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
This isn't even a conspiracy. It's right in front of us.
Yeah, no, it's not a conspiracy. It's there. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I've always said. Like I've always said, like it's just literally new slavery. That's why when people talk about these race wars and bro, any type of war disrupts this shit. Do you understand? A race war is not good for the elite. Stupid. And at the end of the day, if it ain't good for them, it ain't happening, nigga. The fuck are y'all talking about? Why would they want a race war? How does that help them, nigga? Because a race war disrupts all them little low-level niggas that would have came into my job and no. Hell no. I need y'all niggas at work at 8 p.m. tonight. What the fuck? Ain't no race war.
Exactly.
Ain't no race war, bro. You have no more PTO, nigga. I need you in tonight. Nah. Oh. Your kingdom is sorry, my nigga. Nah. No. Sorry.
Also, I just remembered some shit I read yesterday. There was a nigga in New York, Rikers Island. His bail for his crime was $1. $1. But they never let that nigga go to court.
Yeah. A lot of shit. You know what's crazy? Do you know how many people sit in jail for extra weeks, months, some even years?
Because they can't get a court date. They have the money for bail. They have it, but they can't get
off of paperwork. I'm not even sure if it applies in this case, but like I've seen a thread where a dude was talking about, or a woman was talking about, she worked as an intern at an office and they had a client, blah, blah, and they got the client free. 2 years later, she got hired by that place, went through the books and found out that guy was still in there, even though he legally was free a year and a half ago. Because paperwork and certain shit didn't get sent to who so-and-so, and then the judge didn't sign off on this and then this and that. So the nigga was free. He should have been free over 500 days ago. But because paperwork and these niggas couldn't do their job, he sat there for a year, almost 2 years, 2 extra years.
That's just
You get what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So to me, that's why this system, and like, think about it. If you want to address that, that's the easiest thing to address. You get these computers, you automate certain shit. That's some easy shit to address.
It don't want to address it. It's purposeful.
Exactly. Because
you got a nigga in jail for 2 years.
To move the way it's supposed to move. Because if it does, then that means you get in, we rehabilitate you, and you get out.
How much money they make off the nigga in jail for 2 years?
I don't know. I know they got quotas though. Some of them got quotas, baby.
But
it's
a wicked world we live in.
It sure is a wicked world. Abolish the police. Don't defund their ass. Abolish them niggas. We don't need them.
Get rid of them completely.
They don't solve shit.
They cause more crimes, actually.
That's a fact. Look at what's that shit? What's the asset thing where they be stealing niggas' assets? What's that shit called? Asset forfeiture? Yeah, look that up. Them niggas be thieves, man.
Oh, acid. I thought you said acid. I'm like, how they steal acid?
You said niggas is stealing hydrochloric acid.
Asset forfeiture.
Nigga made you forfeit your acid. He like, no, hold on, sign off. No, I don't want to give up my acid. Please sign off.
Oh yeah, fuck asset forfeiture. Oh yeah. Last thing about the police, you saw the mayor of Chicago, a black woman, a Democrat.
Oh, she's a bum.
Signed off on.
What's that shit Obama said? She's a jackass.
She signed off on something. I don't think it's in law, but she put something in for police to be able to sue gang members to take their assets.
Why would they need to do that? They're black already. I'm confused. You get like I'm confused. They're black and you're cops. What else would you need? Why would you need a law for this?
I know. Can't tell you, but she's making a law so that they can sue gang members for their assets.
Because why would you even suing would cost more money than just stealing it, which is what y'all do already. I don't get it.
Well, I don't think it's the actual cops that are suing. I don't know who's suing. She said it's making it legal
I'm very confused.
The city to sue, maybe?
This just seems like...
But the city is still...
This is like when you want to take something that you've been doing underground, you just want to take it above ground. Like, that's what it seems like to me. Like, it's the same exact shit, but you want to make it look legal.
She's doing it specifically for gangs. I don't know if that makes a difference because there's such a large gang presence in Chicago. But this is specifically just for gangs.
As long as you say it's for gangs, then I just call you a gang member. And think about it, it's fucking Chicago, where so many niggas had to be affiliated just for safety. So it's a lot of gang members walking around, even if they don't do shit. Yeah, even if they're not really gang members, and I know they're not. Yeah, like you like, bro, I haven't even been to the gang meetings. I don't know the signs and shit. Like, niggas like, what set you banging? I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I think I forgot.
Whatever set keep me from getting shot. I mean,
he said, what set you? Where who is it? Was it Kentrell or fuck? Who was my big homie? My bad.
Chief Keef. Y'all know Chief Keef, right?
All right. Look. Just take the watch, bro. Let me keep my phone, please. I need to call Uber. He said, nah, call the Uber, and when they get here, I'll take the phone.
Oh, man. That is evil. But I respect that.
Wait, you respect for the
Uber? Imagine Uber pull up and you're just sitting there with two niggas in SWAT gear with light machine guns, and then you get into the car, and the Uber's like, yo, what was that? Yo, them niggas just got me for my phones, yo.
He said, oh, they was just robbing me, but Don't worry. They already like did the thing in the app for the 25% tip. You gonna get a good tip. So, wicked world. But what else we got? We got NFL Week 1 action, baby.
No.
Let's
mad about Week 1.
I am too. Right. So let's.
You won.
No. Let's start.
Your bets outside of fantasy.
There's three things that I'm mad about this week.
I've got one thing I'm mad about. You beat me in fantasy.
I don't give a shit about that.
I do.
Although I did beat
I'm not mad about the
let the record show that I beat him in fantasy football.
You know why? Because
it was your birthday. I should have let you win. I'm sorry.
Zeke gave me 5 points.
Yeah, it was Zeke and somebody else that dicked you.
It was Zeke and my defense did -4.
Oh yeah, okay, that hurts. But that wasn't a backbreaker. It was something else.
Let's see. I'm looking now. Actually, my team didn't do bad. It's they just did okay. They did average. Tom Brady dropped 29, like the stud he is. DK Metcalf gonna be 16. Okay, Allen Robinson got me 9.5. Yeah, that's
Him and Mike Davis is kind of a fuck deal because Mike Davis should have had the Falcons stunk. They look good.
Yeah, that's why I put him in over fucking Edmonds. If I would have had Edmonds, well, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. I still would have lost. I'm looking at everybody on my bench. Nothing would happen. I would have lost. But if Green Bay didn't drop -4, maybe I would have had a chance.
Yeah, you didn't need more than that. But yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, week 1 fantasy, got the dub, but I'm not really that concerned with that.
I'm sorry. Out this week, huh? I'm sorry, Mike Waller, but I was praying that you were gonna get injured because I was up before.
Mike Waller. That sounds like one of
not Mike Waller. Mike Waller. Where did Mike even come from?
Mike Davis, probably.
Yeah, Mike Davis. Yeah, so Waller, I was praying that he's getting injured before the game because I was up before that Raiders game. I was literally up.
No, I
and
saw
he
that.
was your only character. And I'm like,
yeah,
he was the only player. So I was like, please let this nigga get injured, please.
No,
not like career ending, just like stub a toe and he can't really run.
He catch one pass, he fuck up his toe, and they sit him out as a precaution.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season. You don't need your star player really playing on a stub toe. I mean, come on now.
He said, "Nah, come on, bro. You know that's bro. Look. Bend your toe. See, look, you can't. Your shit hurt. See what I'm saying?
That's what I was hoping for. So I wanted to win by 2 points.
Yeah, no, I knew that was happening. Going into it, when I saw Waller was last, I was like, well, I won.
Not only did that nigga not get injured, but he put up more points than every nigga on my team except Tom Brady. He did more than my wide receiver one, my running back one.
Yeah, so fantasy, cool. That's dope. What I'm really fucking tight about, though, are a couple different things. One would be I am very angry with the Minnesota Vikings. These niggas stink, boy.
They do.
And not only that, they had 15 penalties, and they lost to stink-ass Bengals. Jeez. Our O-line was getting battered by that doo-doo-ass Bengals front. Doo-doo. I'm sure they're better than they were last year. They stink. And
your O-line was trashed last year, dude.
Yes, I know. We know who they were, and we let them off the hook.
They were trash because all the veterans were like injured.
No, our O-line was trash because our O-line literally is trash, and our coaches don't ever care about whether our O-line is trash or not. They're just like, we'll just get a better defense. Okay. The O-line's still trash. We'll just get a new coordinator. Yeah, no, but the O-line. Okay. What do I do?
Do the owner have an attachment to every nigga on the O-line?
No, it's just, again, I don't know. So part of the issue is we've got Mike Zimmer as our coach, and he is a fucking relic. He's a fucking a stalactite, a goddamn a fossil. Nigga is what's that fucking fossil Pokemon? What do you call? Not Kabuto.
There's 7,000 of them, but
like the original ones from like the first gens. You know what I'm talking about? That was the actual.
Kabuto was one. Aerodactyl. What's Amistar? The snail one?
Yeah, nigga one of them. Because this nigga believes I can just run the ball 25 times a game. Like, and it's just like, dog, at some point or another, you have 2 stud receivers, right? You got a stud
Adam Thielen. You got Dalvin Cook.
You got Justin Jefferson. You got 2 stud receivers. You got a stud running back. At some point or another, you're gonna have to actually attempt to game plan around having stud receivers. This nigga will literally go into every game, just go, you know what? Dalvin Cook's our best player. Let's run the ball 25 fucking times. And what we do beyond that, we'll see. But I'm just like, dog, please. What happens with this team, right? It's the same thing that used to happen with Adrian Peterson. I don't know.
What's gonna happen is niggas are gonna get worn out because they get shot up.
Yeah, right. And then what happens is we open the playbook up out of like, fuck it. Well, I can't run the ball because now he's not here. So now I'm gonna open the playbook up, and guess what? It's gonna work because that's what worked last year, and that's what continues to keep working. But we have a coach who just wants to fucking run the ball like it's 1982 again. He said, I got Franco Harris in my backfield, baby. I'm ready. I got Jerome Bettis back here. I'm having a good time.
I got Adrian Peterson.
Nigga, he naming all ancient running backs. The nigga said, I got Bo Jackson back here. I got Marcus Allen back. Like, bro, please, I'm begging you. Let Kirk Cousins throw the ball on first down. Just once. Just one fucking time, bro. Let him call play action.
Do you think the reason that he doesn't throw is because he doesn't have faith in Kirk?
It can't be because Kirk's the one constant who's when we let him do what he wants to do, he puts the numbers up. And that's the other thing, right? Like that's the other thing that
I don't know why people talk shit about Kirk Cousins. He be getting it done.
He's just an easy target. It's people who don't watch the team either. Like think about it. No one watches the fucking Vikings. Let's keep it.
I don't watch him, so I never understood why he was like such a.
Besides Vikings fans, no one's watching our games. So unless you play us, right? So realistically, y'all don't fucking watch these games.
I used to be a huge Vikings fan when I was a kid. When I was playing Madden on N64, I don't know why I stopped caring, but I eventually did. That didn't have nothing to do with your story. I just wanted to relate by saying that I was a Vikings fan at some point.
He said I was a temporary fan for a little while. I got my 4-year degree.
Yeah, N64, baby.
But yeah, so literally, like, it has not, like, my thing is, don't get me wrong, Kirk has drawbacks, and it's the same ones he's had for the last 3 years. So the problem is, after 3 years, you've done nothing to accommodate him. How the fuck is it still his fault? At this point,
that's a fact.
Think about it. It's like you picked someone to date, and after 3 years, you already knew there was some shit that they weren't going to change, and your only options were to either accept it, get with it, work around it, or leave. Right? That's it. And you did neither. You've done neither. You're going to sit here and stay with your partner, but bitch about the things they can't change, right? You're picking the worst option here. This is not the option that makes sense. It's like, I hate when you just be talking to everybody and you so friendly and you so kind, but that's just the type of person you are. But instead of leaving and finding me a mean bitch, I'm going to sit here and try to make this friendly bitch mean. Like, it's just like, dog. No, nigga. And that's the problem. These niggas, Kirk Cousins, does well with a good pocket, just like motherfucking quarterbacks do, right? And that's the thing. Like, people will sit here and say, like, the only thing I can say about Kirk Cousins is that he manufactures pressure when it's not there. Sometimes he holds the ball too long. He likes to check down. And what's the other one? I don't remember.
You gotta tell me, because like you said,
those are mostly
we don't watch the Vikings.
But the crazy thing is, people will hear that and be like, "Well, bro, how is he your number one quarterback?" And I'm like, "Okay." The same thing is true of Matt Ryan. The same thing's true of, like, bro, stop it. We can find at least another 20 quarterbacks in this league. Yeah. This is true of. You get what I'm saying? The elite of the elite are the only niggas this doesn't apply to. But then even then, there's games where Tom Brady clearly ain't got. You know what I mean? Like when we saw him on the Patriots. Yeah. We saw it. They were just
Aaron Rodgers game 1 of the season. Though there was probably something else there. That was probably a fuck y'all for keeping me here.
To me, I think
that was spite. That goes back to what we first saying.
I don't think it was spite. I think that was a lack.
You don't think so?
Because I think it's the same thing that happened. Like the Vikings had 15 penalties. Why? Because our starters didn't play any games in the preseason. Neither did the Packers. So they come out first game and they look shitty. They look stinky. They have no rhythm. They have no nothing. Well, back to the Vikings, that was my point. We had 15 penalties, and none of them were a delay of game, which is a quarterback penalty, or like an intentional grounding, which is a quarterback penalty. So explain to me, how the fuck it's Kirk Cousins' fault that you niggas couldn't stop fucking holding and stop grabbing niggas? How is that his fault? It's not. Is it his fault y'all can't block too? Some people will say, well, it is because he doesn't get, which is funny, because if he throws so many checks downs, that means he's getting the ball out relatively quick, right? You wouldn't throw a check down after 8 seconds, would you? So, and that's my whole thing. I'm like, bro, you can't be a check down quarterback and still throw for 302 touchdowns like every week. That's not what check down quarterbacks do. It's like when niggas say you camping and you got 30 kills. Like, dog, please give it a rest. Give it a rest. I couldn't camp in this one spot for 34. It just don't happen. So, I did have money on the Vikings winning, of course, which is part of the reason why I'm even more mad, because not only did we lose to a shitty team, I lost money because we lost to a shitty team.
I want to gamble. I can't because DC isn't a state. I have to put little fantasy teams together and see who you do. FanDuel with the fans. I can't do actual real big dick gambling. If I could, I would be raking.
Now you definitely could. Yo, send me the money. I'm gonna do the bets for you, and then I'm gonna take a percentage.
See? Niggas always want to take a percentage, yo.
Oh, I'm gonna place your bets for free. Fuck no.
No, I don't have a problem with you placing my bets. But what I do have a problem is me not getting all of my money.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't say that one. I mean, we can work on the fee. Maybe we can barter it down from 10 to 8%, maybe. But
let's see. It depends on how much I make. If I do some wild shit and make like $2,000, I'll throw you $300.
I mean, shit, that's not even 8%.
That's
But
not
okay.
even. That's more.
That is
So yeah,
15.
it depends on how much I make. But what if I make like $700? I feel like
8%
50
reasonable
might
there.
be good.
8% is reasonable there. Because
Yeah,
what would 10%? 10% of 700 is 70, right?
That's reasonable. Yeah, I can give you that. Yeah, 10% is reasonable.
Yeah, so look, when the pod's over, step into my office. We'll
All right, if we gonna do this, then we gonna have to sit down together and go through everything because I won't be able to see. You know what I mean? Since I can't even access the app, so I can't even see what the bets are. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main issue. So I would have to be. You would literally have to like read me out the apps or show me your screen, like screen share. So that's the issue.
Hey, look, this is business talk.
We're also not going to do this because this is illegal. This is gambling across state lines. So we're obviously not going to do this.
Of course. What? Who would do
that shit?
Who would do some shit like this, yo? So
yeah, so like after this,
let's
talk after this.
So so that was that. What else was I pissed about? Christian McCaffrey slid 2 yards short of me winning $88. That made me pretty mad.
Ooh. 2 yards. Yeah, I would have been angry. I would have been
and for the icing on the cake, I had a 4-leg parlay. It was Saints covering the spread, and boy, did they.
They did more than that, yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot more than that. I had the Chiefs coming back at halftime, which boy did they. And that was money line.
Wait, did you do that at the half?
Yeah.
I was gonna say because how could you say come back at? Yeah, okay.
Like I literally woke up at half. Like I took a nap, woke up, and I was like, Chiefs are down 20.
Chiefs are down.
Yeah, they're coming back.
They
went right back to sleep, literally, and then went right back to sleep.
Imagine people woke up and actually won the full parlay.
Yeah, no. I was awake for the game. I was talking to Mike in the party as I was watching the Ravens fucking lose. But
was Mike throwing out random football names?
I think he was. But yeah. So literally, and then it was those two, and then it was like a double. It was like Kelsey for 75 yards and 49ers win. And that got that one. So the last one was, what was it? Sammy Watkins 75 yards and Ravens touchdown. That one was like plus 750. I was like, all right, this is gonna be the hardest one to get because Sammy Watkins probably ain't getting no damn 75 receiving yards.
Yeah, nah.
And he gets 86, baby. He gets 86, and at this point, I see it. I was watching it. I was watching the game. Mike was there. He had like 2 catches for 37 yards at half, and he had that for a while. He was sitting on that stat line. I was like, fuck, he's not going to get it.
See, if I would have had Sammy Watkins, he wouldn't have got the touchdown because I had Sammy Watkins last year.
Touchdown. He got one big play for 49 yards, but what's 49 plus 37? It's 86, baby, and that's more than 75. So I saw that. I didn't even see it in the game, right? I just checked the stats. I was like, let me see. He didn't get it. Then I saw it 3 for 86. I was like, he did it.
Screaming.
He did it. And I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, okay, now if the Ravens win, I win $580. That's all I need. I just need the Ravens to win and finish this game. And so I'm watching.
What happens after that?
And I watched the Raiders almost score, and I'm like, oh fuck, my money's done. And then they call it back, and I'm like, okay, we got another chance. They stop him for one play. They stop him another play, and then there's the interception. And in my head, I'm like, oh my fucking goodness. I'm just like, I can't believe it. This is magic. They're going to give me this $540. They're just going to give it to me. I can't believe it. But boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong.
Boy, were you wrong.
Because, they went down the field, and boy, I'd never seen that Raiders front line play like that. God damn, that was nasty. Why? I had never
They did that because they knew you had money on it.
Bro, Max Crosby, Carl Nassib. I mean, come on. These aren't the guys. I know who these people are. I do. Carl Nassib is from Syracuse. Shout out to Carl Nassib. These ain't the guys.
They said we are now, bitch.
Why are they doing this to y'all? I was incensed ain't the word. And then I watch it, and then they call the play on 4th down. Zay Jones takes it, and I'm like, oh, brother. They running like a little gadget thing on 4th to get the touchdown in the game. And I'm just sitting there like, how can the Ravens fucking choke this game away? How do you choke this game away? How do you choke? Why is this game close? They had no one to throw to but Waller. This is terrible. How do you get beat by a team with one option? I mean, yeah, they got Henry Ruggs. I don't even think he did anything.
That makes me feel better about losing to you. So like Waller beat the shit out of my team single handedly. He's the
They beat
reason
the
I
shit out of the
lost.
Ravens single handedly too.
Yeah. So yeah, you lost money. I lost my first game, so I get it.
They're not, bro. I would have won more money than
In
this
the whole
league is
league.
worth.
In
Nigga.
the whole
Like,
league.
what are we talking about?
It's not. No, you definitely. It's not the same. Emotionally, it is though.
No, it's still not.
You.
It's still not because you knew you were low. You should have known when you were down, when you were up like 6 points, and I had tight end number 2.
I was up 2 points.
Yeah, you were up 2
101 to 99.
Heading into a matchup to where I have the tight end number 2. Nigga, you lost.
No,
you lost.
I knew I lost, but like I said, I was just hoping they got injured on the first play somehow.
No hope, nigga. That's it. That's it.
Look, if I'm still up by any amount, there's still hope. There's still hope.
I've seen some shit like that. I've had that happen in the season before where like I had a player get injured and he had like 7 points before he got injured. And then I ended up winning by like 0.8. And so I'm like, yo, that nigga got me just enough points before he went down.
It can happen.
Like you said, Coach, I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, I got his 3 catches in me, Coach. I can't do no more. He said,
don't
even trip. It's cool.
I might become the next Unabomber if a nigga beats me by 0.8 points in fantasy. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, I would say Reeve remembers this shit. There was a time where this, I think, was Phillip Rivers was still playing. It was like 2 years ago, maybe. And it was game 1, first game of this fucking year, and I had the kicker, I think, for
first game of the season. This
I
had
the kickers for the Chargers. The kicker for the Chargers, and I was down by literally like 0.6 or some silly shit like that, like less than 1. And I was like, yo, if you hit this field goal, I win. And it was to win the game. So we both needed that field goal. You get what I'm saying? Like, these niggas missed the field goal, and I'm just sitting there like, no, I lose by 0.4? 0.4.
0.4.
I was hot, dog. It might have been like 0.8, but it was literally less than 1. And I was sick because I'm like, bro, all I needed was a fucking field goal. You couldn't make a 40-yarder to win the game? That shit had me hot, bro.
0.4 is murder spree.
When you see a 0.4, that's when you start looking through your lineup and you look at everybody. You look at the guy with 19, like, nigga, that one drop pass you had.
You look at the defense. Y'all couldn't
you looking
block
at defense,
one more.
You looking at benches. You looking at the niggas you was gonna add in free agency. Like, damn, no, I was just gonna pick Mark Ingram up. Fuck, man.
Whoever in our league picked up Mark Ingram, fuck them, because I was gonna pick him up on waivers this week, and I lost him to in waivers.
I didn't even make a waiver thing for him, but I was thinking about getting him. But I was like,
somebody else got him at waivers. I don't know who it was, but I checked literally every team in the league to see who I got a vendetta against, and I found them. They picked up Mark Ingram, and I was trying to. Mark Ingram actually getting some play now. Last year I had Mark Ingram. He wasn't doing shit. And first game this year, he dropped how many points? He did pretty good.
It was like 16 or something. I don't remember the actual number. But
I don't remember that nigga. Exactly. I don't remember that nigga.
Ain't that damn bad. They definitely that damn bad. But if he the lead back,
he dropped 14.5.
Yeah, if he's the lead back, I don't care if they're bad. I've had lead back.
He's getting points because he's the lead back. Last year, he was not the lead back on Baltimore, so he got me like maybe 75 points for the whole season.
Like number 3. And the crazy thing is, he was their number 3 and still had decent stats for a third string running back, which is wild as fuck to me. Like,
decent, but not if your team is trash and he's your RB. He wasn't
fantasy wise. No, he tanked you, nigga. No, not enough.
He wasn't RB2, but he was probably the best nigga for my flex, honestly.
Yeah, no, he's a good.
That's how bad it was.
When I used to have him when he was on the Saints, and when he used to go like before Alvin Kamara was turning up like that.
Yeah,
or when he was like the 1-2 punch, and nigga, them was I think it was like 2017. Nigga, that nigga damn near single handedly carried me to the championship. Nigga was getting 24s regularly because it was like he'd get 4 or 5 catches a game. I'm like, bro, they gonna throw this ball to him 60, 70 times a year, nigga? Oh.
I picked a bad year for him. Last year was not his year. And this year, I saw the nigga score 14.5. And I'm like, oh, he's doing it this year. And I went to go get him, and somebody else got him on the waiver.
Nobody else looking. Nobody else seeing him.
You know who I tried to trade him for on the waivers? Zach Moss.
I'm screaming. Yeah, I wanted to stay away from Zach Moss. I didn't think he was going to do much, to be honest.
I picked him up like one of the later rounds. This was just like a straight up nigga. Before him, I had 4 running backs, and then he was my 5th. So he was like straight up garbage time, garbage round pick. I didn't see anybody else that I wanted. But then once Mark Ingram scored 14.5, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I want him. And he was gone after that.
Maybe it's just me, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough backs. It's weird as
fuck. I mean, me and you were both 9 and 10, so we were.
Yeah, no, I know why I don't have on my team in general. But even when like I'm looking at niggas to trade them, I'm like, all y'all niggas only have 2 backs. That's it. Like literally 2 and just 2. Like I'll look at your bench and it'll be like 1 back on your bench. I'm like, I'm not gonna trade for him. The niggas I got on my bench are better than him. So it's like, damn, I'm like, niggas literally got RB1, RB2, and shit. If one of these niggas go down, I'm putting in a bum. Like,
nigga, I got Zeke, I got Carson, Chase Edmonds, Mike Davis, and I had
you got options. I think
but backs, I had a third one.
Yeah, I remember when Reef said it was like, "Yeah, y'all gonna let me get all these pass catching ass niggas?" I was like, "Look, bro, I can't really."
I was gonna say he said that to us, but he said really
meant
that to everybody else.
Yeah, we were
the 2 last niggas, right? Yeah.
I was kind of sad about that though, but Aaron Jones gave a nigga 4 points first week, so it don't matter.
That's not gonna happen again.
I know,
but I was happy about it first to see it. Yeah. I wanted Devon. I told Reef yesterday. I don't think you were on. I told him I wanted Devontae Montgomery because I had him last year.
Montgomery, boy, you just
I just be butchering niggas' names.
Be making them.
I be seeing a letter in the last name. And I just be going.
He said D Montgomery Dindruvius. That's his name.
If that would be better, honestly, if I was making up like fake names. I was thinking you said fucking Aaron Andrews, so I was thinking about Devontae Adams, and I was like Devontae
Aaron Andrews.
Fuck Aaron Jones.
I'm screaming. Aaron Andrews is the sideline reporter for ESPN, the white woman.
You said Aaron Jones, so I thought Devontae Adams, and I was thinking about David Montgomery, and it just kind of went from there. But yeah, I had fucking David Montgomery last year, and towards the end of the year, like the last 5 games, that nigga just went insane. So I was thinking about picking him for my RB2, but since me and you were last, obviously I couldn't get him.
It's also the nigga that it's certain teams I don't even trust. Like I don't like there's certain like the Bengals. I'm not picking none of you motherfuckers. Period.
Joe Mixon dropped like 25 last week.
I don't give a shit. He played us, nigga. He played the fucking Vikings. Okay, we clearly stink. So I don't count any of those numbers. And quite frankly, I don't care what Joe Mixon puts up on any given week because I'm never drafting that nigga ever again. I won't do it. So quit asking. It's like that, like the Broncos. It's just certain teams where I'm like, I'm not drafting y'all niggas. Maybe I'll pick up a wide receiver 4 from y'all later on, and hopefully they do something. But like, I refuse to pick y'all best option because y'all best option is still ass.
You're not gonna draft Joe Mixon, and then this year, whoever got him was gonna win the Super Bowl. Well, not the Super Bowl, but our fucking our championship. Well, no, the Bengals will win the Super Bowl. Fuck
nigga, do you know how mad I was drafting James Robinson, right? The lead back for the Jacksonville. After finding out Travis Etienne got injured, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So Robinson's the guy they're going to go to, right? And do you know how mad I was to then see a game? To then see a game where this nigga gets the ball like 7 times. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing? I'm like, yo, listen. I have never, and I'm gonna say this, and I think we're probably done with the NFL shit though. I have never disliked a head coach more than I dislike Urban Meyer at Jacksonville. I liked Urban Meyer in Ohio State only because he won, but this guy's he's in over his head. It's clear as day, and I hate the fact that we're supposed to pretend that we have to respect him because he's a head of NFL.
You said head coach or owner?
Head coach.
Oh, okay. I thought you said owner because I was gonna take Jerry Jones off top immediately.
No, Jerry Jones. Listen, Jerry
worst
Jones
nigga on earth.
Where he's forget what he does as a Cowboys owner. No. I know some things where let's talk. But no way. Like Urban Meyer's in over his head. I mean, remember he tried to hire the racist guy, and then even the racist guy was like, "Look, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna just resign and make this shit easy on everybody. Everybody was like, nah, fuck that, man. Don't cave to them. Just come on in. He like, nah, listen, bro. I don't think you get it. This shit's gonna make your job way too fucking difficult. I'm just gonna leave. Like, niggas like, bro, come on, you my mans, bro. You know I ride for my niggas. He like, bro, that's not what this is about. You don't get it.
Bro, I'm your man, so I'm trying to fucking help you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
They're going to cook you, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna fry you for this. I know you always keep your niggas around. I've always known that about you. If it's one thing anyone knows about Urban Meyer, it's that he keeps the worst people around if they his niggas.
The absolute
worst. But if they his niggas, it's like Adam Sandler, not the bad version, but like it's like Adam Sandler if he was evil. Like I'm gonna put all my niggas in movies, all my niggas,
but they all racist dickheads.
Yeah, but they all pieces of shit. They're all terrible people. They all be beating their wives, drinking, driving drunk and shit, doing wild shit. But it's just like, no, this guy's in over his head. And I don't want to see the Jaguars have any success. I've never rooted against the team, but I think I want the Jaguars to go 0-16 this year. I would hate that for DJ Chark and the guys on the team I like. But sometimes it's big things. Certain things are bigger than sports, you know? This is bigger than sports. This is about getting
That's why I always want the Cowboys to lose, no matter what, because certain things are bigger than sports. Now, I might like Dak, and I might like Dak.
That's the only issue I have.
Jerry Jones needs to burn in hell forever. So do his kids.
I don't know nothing about his dad. I can't imagine they fall far from the tree.
They don't. Them two. Get them in there.
So what else we got? We got I don't think I want to talk about any of this shit left on the list. I gotta be honest with you. We got the Matrix trailer.
Damn, the one time I picked the list, I just made the whole list.
So you didn't pick anything. I made the entire
list. You made the
nothing
entire
to
list.
I
added the
oh yeah.
The friend.
You're right. You added well, I mean, we can do this because I don't want to talk about the Matrix, the Baby Keem album, or fucking AOC's dumbass dress.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. I don't care about her dress. The Matrix, I wouldn't mind talking about that, but I feel like I'm not knowledgeable enough to really get into it because
I watched the trailer once.
Oh no, I watched that shit several times. I watched the Matrix trailer like at least about 15 times. I'm a huge Matrix fan, but at the same time, I watched the movies. I didn't read the fucking not anime. I didn't read the fucking the comic books. When I was a kid, the games came out.
They got like, them games are hard.
Oh yeah, it's official lore. All the shit that happens in the comic books and the games are canon. All that shit is canon. So I didn't read none of the comics, so I don't know none of that shit. The games, I played the fuck out of them games as a kid, but I was a kid, so I was just running on walls shooting people. Yeah, I didn't actually pay attention to the story. So I don't know anything about the game lore. So I'm a huge Matrix fan, but only in the movies. I don't know enough about the lore to actually comment on the trailer and give insightful views. The only insightful views that I have for the trailer are shit that I watch from other people, but we try to make all our content original on this podcast, so fuck all those other people, even though I love them.
Matrix trailer review, shit look like it's gonna be like different.
This shit gonna be because Neo old and he don't recognize Trinity. That shit gonna be different. That's definitely different.
How he don't recognize Trinity, boy? I recognize. Man.
I mean, I know how he don't recognize because
I know how
it's
he
another
don't
loop.
her, but
this is the next loop.
Boy, like somebody gotta break the loop, right?
Death Loop. We've been playing it.
You've been playing it mostly. I played it the first day I had it. I don't think I played it again yet. Well, even though it was
it's only like 2 days. So,
like 2 days ago. Yeah,
yesterday. So,
but yeah, so
you should though. So, because it's fun, you should play it.
No, I have it. I will play it. Yo, don't be telling me what I should.
You got a lot of the same games that I do have, but you don't. No, I'm just saying you got a lot of the same games that I got, but you don't be playing some of them. I want to make sure that you playing Deathloop,
Returnal, Demon Souls. Well,
I didn't expect you to play any of those though. You've never expressed any type of interest in like Demon Souls or Dark Souls types game. You might like Returnal because you said you watched Hades and you liked Hades. Returnal was basically Hades. It's a roguelike, but it's with guns. So you might like that. I liked Returnal. I had a lot of fun with it. Get Resident Evil 8 Village, because that shit is
probably not gonna do that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I never had that much fun playing the story modes of any of the Resident Evils.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I played them. I played 3. I played Code Veronica. I played a couple of them. Stories were never like, that's why when we played Resistance, like, nigga, I used to wear the shit out of Resistance because I was like, nigga, now this is some shit I fuck with. Yeah, like, the regular story mode is cool, but it's just like it's Resident Evil. I've done this 100 fucking times. Like, I know what this is like. Like yeah, y'all gonna add some new shit, it's gonna look good. Like when I played 3, perfect example. 3 looked amazing, nigga. That shit was beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've done this before, nigga. I literally have done this before. I mean, of course, in this case, because the game's been remade, but even if it's a different Resident Evil, it's like, nigga, this is, it's like a Marvel movie almost at this point, right? Like, where it's
I can say I didn't play the original Resident Evil 1. I played the Resident Evil remake. I played the original Resident Evil 2. I played Resident Evil Outbreak. I didn't play the original Resident Evil 3, but I played both the remakes for RE2 and RE3. I played Resident Evil 4, the original, and I played like all the 1080p remakes.
Mm-hmm.
I played Resident Evil 5, I played Resident Evil 6, I played Resident Evil 7, I played all of them. Resident Evil Village is my favorite one. It's not like the same for all the other ones. It's definitely different. The story, I like the main thing is the story. I like the story a lot more. I feel like the story wasn't really the main focus of the first few because, the first few, it's fucking 240p ground up. You're looking down on niggas walking through doors and it's a 75-second cutscene. So there's not a lot of story in the first few, but you saw the story in the remake, Resident Evil 2 remake and the Resident Evil 3 remake. I feel like Resident Evil 7 and 8 have the best story of the entire series. And Resident Evil 8 has the most crisp first-person shooter gameplay of the series. Granted, the only other first-person shooter was Resident Evil 7, but they improved upon their first game.
First-person shooting? Because I don't know. I feel like I seen you move once, and that shit looked like it was like fucking like Doom 3.
Doom 3 was fun.
Doom 3. No, I know, but like in 2021, if that's your shooting mechanics.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was still fun.
Man. But shit, what else we got? We got do you want to talk about this? God is our landlord thing, or
we're on the ultralight beam. I think that's common knowledge by now.
All right, so I've been shopping this conspiracy theory, right, guys? Let me know if it sounds batshit or just like regular wild.
Is this a conspiracy theory? I thought it was something you came up with.
Well, yeah, I came up with it. I'm workshopping it. I gotta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta.
I contributed to it. We was talking about it the other day.
Right. Before it gets to the masses, I gotta make sure it's ready for like release.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to like beta test a conspiracy theory, like.
Yeah, no.
Because then niggas gonna start changing my shit, and by the time they get back to me, it's gonna be a whole no.
So what you're saying is you're trying to start a cult, and you want to set the doctrine in stone right now, so later
you see
there's nobody else doing. Yeah, see this nigga, he about to start a cult, y'all.
Don't provide that.
He about to start a cult.
I didn't quite mention what would the cult even be. Oh, you know what it would be? The cult would be pro landlord, because in this sense, right? I'm saying God purposed the universe. Oh, nah. So I can have man. Get out of here. This nigga's mad at what the cult is into, rather than the fact that it's
gonna be a
part
cult of it. I'm not gonna be
This nigga, man.
Nah.
So you, man, look. Anyway, so the theory is, what if God purchased this universe / galaxy / solar system? I don't know how that shit work from someone else, right? Like, so let's say like God pull up to, I don't know, the universe seller, nigga. I don't know. I don't know. Universe seller. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy who sells universes. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, I don't know. His name's Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. You think you got a little universe for me? He's like, yeah, I guess I'll pray. So give him the universe, right? He's like, no, I'm not gonna hold you. It ain't nothing out there. You're gonna do a lot of the work and all that. I was like, yeah, no, I'm looking for something to build from the ground up. Nice little. I'm not looking to flip this one. I'm looking to, you know what I mean? Like kind of keep this one long term. Right? So boom. Gotta get here. Create the trees, lights, people, cats, pegging, all that shit, right? Create all that. So then you end up with a point.
Especially the pegging.
Right, especially the pegging. We knew that.
And also, so
had to be a gift from the divine.
God created everything. So what you're saying is the nigga that sells the universe, he sells them empty. It's like my
he sells them empty. Yeah.
And then the niggas that play it, they build everything themselves, ground up.
Yeah. You pay for the plot. So the Big Bang Theory started when God came in. First day was like
Big Bang Theory.
He said, "Oh, this shit toe up." He said, "There ain't nothing in here." He's like, "All right, let's get some matter going. Let's get some shit going, right?" And again, now this is the part where
wait. What if? I'm not coming to see your theory. I'm agreeing with it.
I mean, look, I'm workshopping it, so I'm open to.
What if God was so advanced in His infinite wisdom and everything, right? He condensed everything that He wanted for the universe. He condensed all of it down into a ball. Everything.
Ooh, and then let the ball blow up.
Let the ball blow up. So He didn't add anything to the universe. He created from the Big Bang, and all the natural laws of matter and energy and all that shit was there from the start. He just created it. He just
then that explains.
He flicked it with his finger. He flicked the ball in the universe, and that was the Big Bang, the flick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, nigga, you kind of good at this shit, yo.
I've been thinking about this since I was literally a kid.
So, yo, I do need a head of marketing. Like, I mean,
literally when I was a kid and I was in church, I would ask my mom after church, like, all right, so if God created the universe and man and everything, who created God? Or how did God create the universe? And then eventually I grew up and I learned God created the universe with the Big Bang. So that's always been like, for whatever reason, that's always been the division between science and religion. The scientists were always like, well, if there's a God, who created the universe? And I would always, my mom be like, God. And they'd be like, how? And I'd be like, the Big Bang. That's the shit y'all did, right? Y'all said that.
Exactly, yeah. That's why
y'all said the Big Bang, right?
That line of logic is so goofy to me because, like, if you can't believe that, well, who created God? Bitch, who created the Big Bang Theory? What the fuck? You telling me a bunch of shit was just floating out here and combined and then blew up? Shut up.
The only information we have is the Big Bang. Nobody knows who came beforehand, except you know who did know. Ancient Greece.
I don't know, nigga. That'd be the part that killed me. Like, oh yeah, well, who came before the Big Bang? Do you know who came before?
Ancient Greece, no. You know who came before? He has many incarnations.
I don't know.
Chaos, darkness. Because before light, there was darkness. And in that darkness was a primordial being that nobody could possibly comprehend, that is still alive to this day, influencing the world. You know the idea of yin and yang? There's light and dark. There's chaos in the world. A random nigga get hit by a car. That's random. That's chaos.
Right? So we can say all the bad things that happen, right? It's like one of the things like God at home, right? He got the newspaper and then he get a call and he's like, quick, chaos is outside. Oh, he gets up, hops up, right? Runs outside. He sees chaos out there. Sprinkling COVID on niggas. And he just, what are you doing? And Chaos turn around. Oh shit. Gotta get out of there. Gotta scramble. You gotta scramble.
That's hilarious. I love that. But I actually don't even think God interferes in our realm. I literally think God just created the universe and he took his hands off. He just let niggas do what they do. He said, all right, y'all niggas is gonna do what they do.
He said, no, I mean, literally, on autopilot. They do what they want.
Because, I mean, think about it. God created us in his image, right? And in this universe, scientists have proven that matter cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. So that would mean that God transferred our energy his energy to us. So that would mean that we have his same energy to transfer that energy further, which we've done as a civilization. Look what we've done so far. But
I would disagree there because you say scientists agree. What the fuck would that mean to a universe buyer? Nothing. I don't give a fuck what you
that's
idiots
true
think you
because
know.
he's outside of space and time, so
Yeah, I'm
his
outside
rules
all
might
of
not
this
even
shit.
explain.
Y'all niggas
You know what?
talking about.
That was one of my main things that was one of the main reason. How do I say this? That was one of my main reasons that I justified my Christianity as a kid, because when in the Bible it says that God made the earth in 7 days, which makes literally no sense. So in my mind, I'm thinking God lives on different time. He's outside of space and time, so 7 days, that's millions of years for him. So that was the main, that was like the thing that actually made me get into Christianity as a
God
kid.
spent his childhood building Earth.
Yeah. Or maybe he spent his 20s. That's why it's so fucked up.
Building that shit like a Zoid or something. It was just like,
God. What if God is a celestial millennial, and that's why the world is so fucked up? God is in his 20s. He's not even like in his millions of years of godhood. That's why the world is in turmoil right now.
That'd be true. Niggas be like, well, yeah, okay. All right. This is good. I really got a chance to workshop and see the holes and flaws in some of these theories. You presented me with some interesting information. So I'll have to go back to the drawing board and really get this ironclad right before I go to 4chan with it.
Not 4chan. Please don't go to 4chan with this. You about to start another what is it, a Roku's Basilisk?
Oh my god. That shit's even worse than this one. Like, at least this one, to
this
me,
one has some type of semblance.
Yeah. I don't mind conspiracy theories that have like one missing link. That's the most you can do. Like if you've got one gigantic, because think about it, that's how religion in general is. Mm-hmm. Everything all adds up until you get to the point where, okay, well, where is he? Right? Like it all adds up until you get there. So it still works though. But when you have these conspiracy theories with too many holes in them, where it's like, all right, well, who created God? Well, who did this? I don't know, man. What about the guys? Look, bro. Well, how come if he's so like when you got too many holes in it, that's when it falls apart. Like that's why I hate the conspiracy when niggas will sell conspiracy theories that just don't make sense. Like I'm just like, bro, this requires more work, more effort, more energy, more money, more resources from niggas who don't like spending none of that. What? How does that work?
You know, what's crazy, this is going to sound like super, like I have a super inflated sense of ego, and I don't. And this is no disrespect to any Christians, but I feel like what we just said now makes more sense than most of Christianity, because we at least provide, the jokes aside, obviously we made a lot of jokes, but like the realistic things, right? It makes sense. So people want to know where the universe came from. God created it. How did he create it? The Big Bang. We're merging science and religion. They don't have to be like think about states that are like evolution versus religion. They're like separating everything. They're saying God made man because the Bible says that he made man. I mean, who's to say that he didn't make man by making monkeys first?
Right. And that's where it all comes into. The theory itself might be fine, but once you let these asshole humans and idiot humans get a hold of it, they're going to add all the bullshit that they add to everything, right? That's how a lot of this shit works. Like, in theory, capitalism works, nigga. The moment you add humans to that shit, the shit's done for.
In theory, you got fucking rampant evil government entities.
In theory, the police work, right? You know what I'm saying? In theory, they do. In theory, it makes sense. In theory, it makes sense. You need a force to protect the people who can't protect themselves. It makes sense, but then that's not how it goes, baby.
It started with slavery, so isn't even in theory? It started off morally corrupt.
No, I'm talking about the theory of a police.
Oh yeah, the theory of protecting the weak.
A protected police.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If I create my own police force, niggas think like, well, they used to be slave catchers. Bitch, no, they weren't. They were firemen and fucking farmers and shit. I just called them niggas up like, yo, y'all know how to shoot guns? All right, come on in for the interview tomorrow.
There's a bank robbery. I need your help. Don't kill him though. Wound them. Knock the gun out their hand. Shoot their kneecap.
Nigga
That's,
show up to the
you know what?
said, bro, what is that? Is that a Tesla coil? You got to put that back in the car. You can't.
This is totally off topic, but that's always disgusted me with police. Police never try to disarm anyone in these videos. They just shoot to kill. And every time I talk, yes, exactly. Everybody says, well,
they make it sound like it just makes sense. Well, why would I try to shoot your arms in this? Because that might
make sure I drop the gun and don't shoot anybody.
Or if a bullet whizzes by me, nigga, I might know you for real.
Maybe I'll duck. Yeah. You know, most of these situations where niggas have guns, they're not just violent criminals. It's some niggas that just happen to have a gun and they're having a mental health crisis. So maybe a bullet whizzing past their head will be like, oh, shit. Oh. And then they'll, maybe because they're schizophrenic, they'll turn around behind and ask, like, why did I get shot at? And then the entity will be like, because you got a gun.
Look,
they'll drop it.
The police ain't gonna operate with nobody with mental illness. They don't have like you.
No, I'm talking about this is a utopia we're living in.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, sorry.
It's sad that a utopia still requires niggas to get shot.
Utopia is,
but at least they're not dying.
I think he's schizophrenic. We have to change the way we approach this, guys. Okay. So what should we do? Let's call some mental health specialists. All right, the guy seems like he's having an episode. They can help him, and if anything goes wrong, we can do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
That's still not even a utopia. Maybe a utopia is a mental health specialist shows up first before the police.
Or a utopia is that nigga doesn't have schizophrenia. I don't know. I don't know what the utopia looks like.
Or maybe what is utopia? Is a perfect world considered a utopia?
I wouldn't think so. I would think a world free from like certain
everything.
Like, there would still
free
be
from
cancer
disease
in a utopia. No.
Nah, utopia. You got the cure for cancer.
All right, but then if that's the case, then we start getting into weird territory because then it's like,
what's the weird territory?
Well, my thing is, I'm thinking a utopia is a place where you just allow people to grow naturally the way they were supposed to get, or are you going to literally eliminate every single burden and every single barrier and hurdle? Because if you do, that's different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, because to me, utopia is what you're describing. Like, you eliminate diseases, eliminate everything. Anything that can harm the human body, eliminate it. That's a utopia. But I think more realistically, a utopia is probably a place where, all right.
Well, I mean, we're talking about utopia, so how realistic can it be in the world we're living in? It's not realistic at all.
Tried a utopia in Portland, and that didn't work out too well.
Why? Because we don't live in a utopia, so they're not going to allow a mini utopia to exist.
Utopia first. You see what I'm saying? So it's like what came first, the utopia or the utopia?
I feel like we cannot have a utopia as long as the police state exists.
Well, yeah, for sure. That's for one.
Because niggas created the utopia in Portland, and look what happened there.
Yeah, it didn't work out well.
To me, a utopia is literally a perfect world where there's no disease. Humans live literally as long as they want to.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
No, it's definitely not. That's why it's a utopia, because a utopia is not possible.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point. Utopia is like a dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
A utopia is probably what would happen if humans did not have free will and God decided how society would be.
Yeah, if he was like, yo, I'm going to make you niggas seek utopia.
I feel like free will is where humans fuck up, because humans are innately shitty people. At least most of us.
Damn, okay. My girl definitely told me to get some fucking... I ain't getting that shit. I'm going to just say I forgot. Fuck it.
See, Utopia nigga wouldn't have had a chance for God. He would have got that shit.
Utopia, he would have been halfway home. Oh, God. Yogurt. I'll go right back.
No, Utopia, he wouldn't even forgot. See,
oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, see. Wait, no. Hold that. We getting deeper now. A utopia is a bad thing. A utopia would be a place where humans do not have free will. A nigga would not be able to forget to pick up milk from the market because he would already be predestined to go get that milk.
Yeah, so this is a movie idea. Yeah, we need to put somebody in a utopia, right? And then he sees it's not all it's cracked up to be.
You know what? I would say this is a movie idea, but this has already happened in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the greatest manga of all time.
It's still a movie. They ain't make no fucking movie of that.
They haven't, but we just gonna readily steal from the Japanese.
First off, I don't fucking watch that show, so I ain't stealing a damn thing.
It's not a show. It hasn't even happened yet. Animated form. It's a manga.
Well, I can't read,
Well,
so I've literally never.
All right, listen. All right, so what happened was in JoJo, specifically Part 6. I never thought that I would ever talk about JoJo on this show. What the fuck is going on?
I was afraid that
I didn't want to talk about it. It just happened to come up. So this is fate. This is Utopia. This is where it was left. But no, in JoJo, there's a main character named Dio. This is a super fast synopsis of the whole. This shit has been like 8 parts going, so there's no way I can describe everything. It's gonna be super fast. Nigga named Dio, right? Vampire. He gets an ability. He can slow down time, right? He gets submerged in the ocean for hundreds of years. In there, instead of going crazy, he gets super smart. He gets this idea of what's called heaven. He gets an idea of heaven. He gets some subordinates together so they create heaven. He's a super bad guy. He's a vampire, right? So niggas kill him. Fast forward to part 6. There's a priest named Poochie that wants to follow through with Dio's idea of heaven. And I'm going to skip all the shit that he did to get to heaven, which is literally the whole part of part 6. But at the end, Dio's whole idea of heaven was fast forwarding to the end of the universe to restart the universe and giving everyone in the universe clarity so that they can completely understand their fate as the universe goes on. So nobody will ever have any... That's heaven. No one will ever be sad or angry or anything because they know their fate from the time they're born.
Oh, man,
they know what they're going to do. I agree. It's whack. But that's what a utopia is. If you know what you're going to go do from the beginning of your life till you die.
I don't even know if that helps. Because, like, let's say you see some shit, you like, let's see what my utopia is. Director at some company I never heard of. What the fuck is this? You look at the company up, they don't exist yet. So you don't know what, you have no idea what the fuck you're.
You don't have a choice though, because it's fate. You're fated to do it.
I know you don't have a choice, but I don't understand how that makes me feel better about literally a nigga telling me, yeah, in 22 years you'll be working.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That's like, I don't fucking. What is that? It's the company that doesn't exist yet. Don't worry about it.
Main drawback of it. That's what I thought too. I was like, I mean,
I don't even sound like a utopia to me. That just sound like
hell.
Actually, technically, wouldn't that be communism? They give niggas jobs in communism, right? Like they tell you, like, yo, my man. You gonna be a truck dude for sure.
A truck dude.
Like you gonna
not even a truck driver, just a truck dude.
Yeah, a truck.
What
dude
is
in
a
general?
truck
Like
dude?
maybe a mechanic. Maybe maybe a driver. I don't know, a truck guy. Something.
I feel like the only way you could call that communism is if it's celestial communism ordained by God.
Celestial communism.
Because
what a
niggas aren't determining your job. God is.
Yeah,
that's fate. That's utopia. You doing that.
I mean, celestial communism. That is fucking hilarious. That shit is hilarious.
You want to know even something more hilarious or more fucked up? You know what the opposite of... You know what chaos theory is, right?
Yeah, the game. So, really amazing Splinter Cell game. This was one of the first one... No, you're not talking about that. Go ahead.
I'm not, but... There was a Splinter Cell game named Chaos Theory, and I'm glad that you got that off top. I'm really happy about that. But you know about Chaos Theory, right?
Mm-mm.
You never see Jurassic Park where... the nigga, he drops the water droplets on her hand and it goes in different directions. You seen Jurassic Park, right?
I've seen all the nigga.
All right, yeah. So chaos theory is basically just whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. The world is completely random. Nothing matters. It kind of dabbles a little bit into existentialism and basically the world is just random. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Going back to when we were talking about God before and how he created the universe. So, this is... I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of... Remember when I said God created the universe, everything in it, and he threw it out, and he has no influence on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe when God put out the universe, everything in the universe is completely random. Nothing that happens makes any type of sense. It's all random. But at the same time, I believe it's set in an ordained path. So all the randomness that's happening,
It's like,
everything that's
what's that
random
word?
is meant to happen.
Oh, it's a word for that. It's like controlled chaos, basically, right?
Control chaos. Literally, it's controlled chaos. So I feel like once God literally, he created the universe.
He's like, look, I know how to shift in the end, but y'all can do what y'all want in the meantime.
Exactly. He did all of it. He threw the universe out, right? And so the universe is just random. It's chaos. Everything is going on. But at the same time, you think you have free will, but at the same time, this is the shit that he planned out for you to begin with. So you doing random shit, but at the same time, you were going to do that shit regardless. So in your head, you think you have free will, but you're really just following the path that was set for you by the universe.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's probably more so what happens. I think, like you said, I think it's certain, like, there's certain points in positions in your life, I think, that are like preordained. Like, those are gonna happen. You're gonna
Save
get
points.
to this specific. Yeah, it's like a save point.
Like
right?
we're in the simulation.
So it's like, now what happens in between now and then changes. You can change that. You can alter how you come
random.
into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, when you get to this cave, you're gonna fight the boss here. I don't care what Pokemon you got. I don't care what level they are. It's a boss.
You're gonna fight the boss here.
Yeah, it's a boss in this cave. So you can fuck around and do whatever you want. You could have been stayed in the first section for fucking a million levels, got a level 55 Rat-a-tat, and the game just started. Cool. You're gonna fight the first boss anyway. It don't matter. It's all the same shit. So yeah, I kind of agree with that to a degree. That's it's funny, actually, that sort of mindset has helped me put a lot of shit in perspective. It's also helped me kind of come to terms with a lot of it. Because a lot of times you'll be in a situation and you'll be like, bruh, how the fuck do I get out of this? What comes next? When does it end? Blah blah. And then you kind of realize, well, it's gonna end when it ends. When it's supposed to end, it's eventually gonna end. And when it does, I'll know then. I won't be able to see it coming because that's usually not how this works. Usually it's a looking back thing. Usually it happens, and shortly after it happens, you're like, oh wait, this was the thing. Remember the thing so that's what this was preparing me for. So yeah, so that's why I think, but that's why I also say, like, it is fascinating to think about the connection that we as humans have to the world we live in.
Yeah.
That's the part that always fascinates me. And regardless of, what theories people come up with, I'm always interested in hearing what people think about just how those connections were formed, how they're maintained, how they're managed, so on and so forth. It's just fascinating to me. Like, I believe.
Like, think about how different people from different areas communicated as, like, cavemen. How did a nigga coming from Africa communicate with a nigga coming from Antarctica? Like, where does language even come from?
Oh shit, that shit cold.
Dude, I think the Tower of Babel is literally just a metaphor for humans at the dawn of life. Like, niggas in monkey mode, niggas, the Spaniards.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I forgot what the Tower of Babel was.
It was the tower where God made all them niggas not be able to speak the same language. Every nigga there. None of them speak the same language. None of them can understand each other. So think about...
Not a human race, great flood. Okay, cool.
Think about the dawn of time where it's just monkey men. It's monkeys. Monkey mode. Not monkey the normal way. It's Monkee. Monkey. So it's just nothing but monkey men everywhere. How do monkey men from different regions communicate? How does a nigga from, Asia communicate with a nigga from Africa? Like, they've got to have different clicks, different
through memes.
They niggas got different different ass.
He said, "What's that?" No, that's a French
So, like, how did niggas communicate? It's amazing to think about where we come from. It's awe-inspiring, honestly. All jokes aside, no jokes. This is the shit that I think about daily. It's like, how did niggas come up with math?
You know what I think is always so funny though when I think about Babylon, because I always remember how they were trying to build like a way to heaven, and then God like struck them down. I'll keep thinking to myself like, now God, you know they wasn't gonna get there. You know they was never gonna get there. Why you even cook that shit like that?
Smite their efforts. Let them think about something. All right, God said, don't go up there. Okay, so let's go do something else.
He was just watching. He just got sick one day. Like, enough of this shit, yo. Nah, enough.
That's not what I was trying to do. Go do something else.
Enough of this. Take this whole shit down. And he's like, God, you should take it down. Take it down. Enough, yo. These niggas is look at them. Look at them. Look at him. Look how high up he is. No restraints.
If he fall down, he just gonna die.
He gonna waste his life if he fall. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this no more. Nope. Oh,
that's fucking hilarious. Think about.
And God just got sick, or maybe he was looking out his window and he seen niggas and was like, "What are these niggas doing? What are y'all doing?" Went outside. Are y'all? Y'all think y'all could just climb up? Oh,
niggas didn't have no concept of space back then. They didn't know the higher you go, the less oxygen.
He said he ain't know his atmosphere. There's all types of shit going on.
Oh, you know what's even more fucked up? Remember earlier when I said that God created the universe that had no influence on it. He's just letting us do whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
These niggas built a giant tower into the sky. The Bible says God struck it down and gave niggas different languages. What if God didn't do nothing? What if just that shit was just so high and lightning just struck it?
And this was like, oh, God sent us a message. God was like, I ain't saying y'all shit. Y'all wasn't gonna get here. I just left y'all alone.
Yeah, that shit was so high up. It was about to get struck by something.
Like,
if it didn't get struck by lightning, y'all niggas would have went to the clouds and suffocated and died. So,
like, dog, y'all built this in an area called Lightning Alley. What did y'all?
That sounds like a Sonic Zone. Lightning Alley.
Me, I was just at home chilling. He said, "Now, if y'all would have prayed to me, maybe I would have told y'all it was Lightning Alley there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So maybe that's a lesson for next time.
Niggas learned a lesson because the burning bush." They actually heard God's voice there.
I always think about shit like that. I can't imagine just like I always think about like different ways that folks appear in the Bible. Like, and I'm just like, bro, I can't ever imagine having to hold it together when a flying wheel with 10,000 eyes is speaking to me. Like, what am I supposed to do here, dog? You talking about a floating wheel with eyes? They just say, you. All right, so look, before you start freaking out, I just want you to know we good. I'm on your team. Just, nigga, stop throwing up, bro.
Back in the day, the Bible days, I feel like that would have fucked me up. But I feel like today, with how desensitized I've been to horror movies and demonic shit, I feel like I could take that. I feel like I could see an angel be like, damn. I did not expect you to look like that, but what you got going on?
Let me see a kaiju, nigga. It's over.
Oh,
let me see a Ava, nigga, or any of the nutty shit like that, dog. No.
Nigga, I see any of that shit, and I'll walk up to it. If I see a fucking Ava, I'm like, no fucking way. Yeah, I want to look.
You know why I'm not doing that stupid shit you talking about? Because it's a reason that motherfucker is out in the public. I don't know why. I'm gonna go in the crib and wait for orders.
Fuck all that. Your crib can get smashed, nigga. You know why it's here. You know why it's there.
I'm gonna go outside and chill with him. Yo,
I'm gonna go out there. Nigga, you might have a better chance of surviving if you grab onto that nigga ankle than going to your house and get smashed.
Nah, my bad, bro. This is only a 2-seater. I got my girl in here.
No, but if I saw a kaiju, and it was like super, super far away, I would marvel at it because I wouldn't be scared. I would be like, damn, this shit look crazy. I like that. But then I would go and hide after that.
Yo, I can't believe this shit, bro. If I see a kaiju so big in the horizon that I can see this motherfucker clearly from wherever the hell it's at. That shit is standing in Egypt and I can see it. No, nigga. No.
First off, no. If some shit is standing in Egypt from America and you see that shit, nigga, the whole world done. The earth is getting cut in half, yo.
This thing gonna fall and destroy a continent.
If I'm in fucking San Diego and I look out into the ocean and I see a big nigga, I'm like, damn! And I'm gonna run and hide because I don't want to die, but I'm not gonna be scared of it. That shit look cool.
Scared of it, yo.
Bro, so you telling me
who is he fooling, y'all? Is he fooling y'all? Because he ain't fooling me.
Does this sound like there's any hint of lie in my voice? You don't think
No,
you don't think
liar,
Hulu cracking out through the ocean would be cool to see? Like, I definitely want to live.
Or no, it would be cool in hindsight. At the moment, fuck
that's
no.
what I'm saying. I want to.
It would be cool if I lived through the war that follows after this motherfucker emerges, and I'm like,
I would like to see.
Remember when we first seen him? Yeah,
I would like to see a giant tentacle monster come out.
Like, look at it like this.
I don't want him to be near me.
Like, look at it like this. We saw what happened on 9/11, right? Let's say that wasn't where it ended. It shit kept going.
I wouldn't call 9/11 cool. That's not what I'm talking.
No, but what I'm saying, you would just marvel at what the fuck happened, nigga. Like, you're just
yeah,
fucking wild, right?
Like marvel at the Twin Towers.
Yeah, but then the shit keep going. Nah, I got to wait for that. I got to wait till y'all niggas is done before I say, yo, that was crazy. Remember that? I can't do that in the moment, nigga. Y'all still going.
Nigga, if this is Pacific Rim, I would be in the human show just like, yo, y'all saw that nigga? He was bigger than the last one. That shit was crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to get my jokes off.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm scared shitless, though. That's all compensating, nigga. Listen, that's just me trying to keep myself from fucking losing my mind.
Oh, no, I'm just not afraid of death.
I mean, those are just sitting there. You're like, yeah, yo, that shit was big as hell, bro. I go back to my room. Oh, my God, this nigga going to step on me.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have no fear. I was just like, damn.
Well, yeah, at that point, the fear probably would be short-lived because it's like, look how big this nigga is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm dead already. I'm dead already. The moment
it's like you jumping out of a plane and you go to skydive and then your parachute will come out. What you done? What you scared of? It's over. Just enjoy the view.
Man, fuck it. Nigga just the wind fucking blowing hard as hell. Nigga just. I ain't even feed my cat.
See, that's what will fuck me up. That's why I'll be crying.
Nigga
I'm not
sick
afraid to die, but towards the end, my dog's not gonna know I'm coming back. Not my dogs.
Nobody even gonna check on. Oh, it's gonna be a couple of days. It's gonna be shitty in the crib. Oh
man, nobody gonna save my dogs.
Damn it! Oh my God, my girl was supposed to come over next weekend. Oh,
I feel like if I was on my deathbed. Or not even my deathbed, if I was like maybe getting murdered, I wouldn't be sad about dying. I would be sad about
this nigga. I'm over this. I'm done. This motherfucker said if I'm getting murdered, I wouldn't be sad about dying. I'm ready to end the pod. I'm ready to end this shit. Okay,
bro.
I'm ready to end this shit. Nigga getting murdered.
I've been like,
yeah. Hey, no. Don't.
No.
Hit the artery so I go quicker, please.
No, I'll be mad. I would come back as a ghost and haunt him for sure. I wouldn't be sad though.
No, I get it.
Listen.
All right, ladies and gents and Craig and Rich.
No, only ladies. This pod was only for the ladies.
It was only for that. Even conspiracy theory was only for the ladies.
Even all the dumb shit to be said, it was only
the
for
NFL
the ladies.
Part was for the ladies too.
That was only. Only women care about.
Actually,
the NFL.
If a nigga heard that. You sus. You sus as hell for hearing that.
What sus mean? Suspect. Any nigga that listens to us talking about the NFL, they got the Lil Nas X belly off top.
I like how you didn't even refer to it as pregnancy. Oh my goodness. Nigga got the Lil Nas X belly. Shit is so funny. Oh my God.
Wait, before we leave, I don't understand why niggas were so mad at that. What were niggas mad about?
No, so
I know why niggas are mad.
No, I know why niggas are mad. I saw something today why a couple of women were mad, and that made more sense. But
I saw a couple women say
between the niggas and the women.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a couple women say that it's making
light
not
of,
making fun of, but making light of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so I see that. But I could get that. I'm like, look, bro.
What would a nigga? The niggas don't care about that.
Yeah, no, niggas don't. No, niggas for sure don't.
Niggas don't care about that.
Niggas is homophobic. Yeah. That was
exactly. So I can see why women are mad about niggas. There's plenty of women that unfortunately cannot have children. So taking a fake maternity photo with a fake belly,
and then dragging it on for this long, like, yeah, I get it. It's been a week and a half, nigga, and I've seen you too many times with that fucking belly. I get it.
Today he gave pregnancy to his album, which comes out at 12 a.m.
You know what's so funny though? Like that, it's interesting how you end up in these scenarios where you have two groups who diametrically oppose each other, who hate the same nigga,
but still agree
for
on the
totally
hatred.
different reasons.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing when this happens. Like you'll see it with like conservatives and Democrats, like with the media every once in a while, where like
You know what that
we'll
is?
both hate the media for two totally different reasons. We'll both hate cops
what
for
that
two
is?
totally different reasons.
It's God's plan. God's plan.
And still,
No, that's bringing it back originally to the first point. This is Nicki Minaj's will.
Sedan, Nikki, your bobbies.
Your bobbies.
Oh man, I'll never forget that shit. But yeah, yeah, that nigga shit was wild, wasn't it? It's not shocking. It's not shocking. I'm not shocked at all because I think people fail to realize how insulated celebrities are. Like I don't think they understand like how cut off from like normal fucking brains they are.
Took
like,
me a long time to learn that celebrities don't watch the same news that we do.
Yeah,
they don't live the same life.
Hear the same people. They don't think the same point.
They're
like,
surrounded by yes men.
Yeah, on top of just not getting the info. So think about it. Like there's so many scenarios where you're just not hearing about any of these things.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not hearing them. So then you'll be like, well, damn, why y'all so mad? Because you didn't hear any of the shit that made them mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just hearing the back end, and then you got niggas around you who didn't hear it either, and they probably don't want to hear it. So they're like, don't worry about that. It's just they mad about this and they mad about that. And you're like, damn, who would really be mad about that? And you just move on thinking they know what the fuck they talking about. And you see it. That's how these celebrities get caught up. It's just these niggas don't be checking, looking, and searching for that info. And then when something does come up, you got the wrong people in your circle, they're going to give you the wrong info. Because I think of so many scenarios.
A$AP Rocky and Lil Wayne against the Black Lives Matter movement. You know they had a bunch of white niggas and a bunch of black niggas that don't want to fuck up a bag in their circle telling them about it. When both of them niggas, Lil Wayne said, I don't really know about the Black Lives Matter movement, and A$AP Rocky said, it don't really affect me because I make too much money.
That right there is that's like the definition of being in a bubble, nigga. Like that's literally like nigga,
it's literally rich people just live in a different stratosphere as us.
I'm rich, dog. Come on. I'm like, bro, LeBron had slurs painted on his crib. LeBron.
A$AP Rocky, I hate to tell you this, but you're a fashionista now. You don't even rap anymore. But do you know how many fashion opportunities you missed on because you're a blackie?
And I hate to tell it to you, but if it can happen to LeBron, it can happen to your ass, nigga. What? If they'll go to LeBron crib, why wouldn't they do to you?
LeBron is 7 billion times bigger than A$AP Rocky. So
like, bro, like, so that'd be the thing. But again, it is just that's the one thing I learned. Like I learned it, I think it was Kanye. There's a couple other artists. I see it, and then you hear the way they talk and the way they approach certain shit, and it's like, oh, you don't know anything about
I don't know.
Someone just told you, and you went off of what was okay. It's like when you get like a kid, like fresh out of like high school, like 19, 18, maybe 20. And you learn like his politics, and it's literally just 90% what my parents thought, 10% what my friends from college think. Like it's like I haven't formed my own political identity yet. And don't get me wrong, it's not like that for everybody.
Literally, it's
like I haven't formed my own
might as well
yet.
be.
Like it's 90% is my mom's, 10% is like the people I just met and the kids I know and this and that. So it's like you get these people who they don't know anything. They don't even understand how to consume the information. You know what I'm saying? They just have people feeding it to them. And the problem is, you surround yourself with yes men. You surround yourself with people who don't want to keep you in touch with those aspects. Because think about it. It could be something as simple as you get niggas who aren't going to tell you about all these shootings and this and that because they're like, nah, I know you're going through a lot. I don't want to fuck up your mindset. Which I can understand, but at the same time, then you don't understand why fast forward 6 months, niggas is fucking wilding. And you're like, well, damn, I mean, police brutality always existed, but what made y'all hit the streets now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just wouldn't get it. You would just be looking like, what the fuck? What y'all tripping over? I don't get it. Like, Rodney King was 20, 30 years ago. They've been beating niggas' ass. Why y'all just hit the streets today? right? But they didn't
Well,
see
yeah,
the lead ups.
exactly.
They didn't see all the shit that comes to it because no one around them is gonna show that to them. So I want to create a service, right, where we just get celebrities news. It's like news for celebrities.
You want something other than the bullshit activist show where celebrities have activists come on. You want activists where
What would be an
celebrities
amazing
come on.
show? Imagine, not even Shark Tank, right? But imagine a bunch of like rich niggas, like thought influencers, huge niggas. Like, I'm not talking like, when I say influencers, nigga, you know what the fuck I mean. I'm not talking about no goddamn YouTuber. I'm talking about niggas with 220 million who influence shit. You dig what I'm saying? You get all these niggas, and then you explain the causes to them, and then have them push back, and that could be a docuseries. That would be a docuseries. And I would watch it. Why wouldn't I watch it? Because I'd get to know how these fucking rich people think. They'd hear the shit directly from the people, and maybe we'd learn something. Maybe they'd learn something. Maybe somebody would figure anything out. Like, but it's like when you do shows like this, your whole point is not to actually push the activism. It's just about getting a story. It's just about getting a show. It's just about an idea. It's about Hollywood.
It's about ratings.
It's about selling something. That's all it is. So in this case, I'm gonna sell activism. But oh wow, you guys didn't like that. Okay, let me sell a documentary about activism. Yeah, there we go. You can't get mad at that. It's a documentary. You can't get mad. No, you can't. You're not allowed to. It's a documentary. Come on. I'm just covering what happens. You guys can't get mad at that. They will. I will. And I am. So yeah, that's all I got. Pretty hot. I gotta go to the bank. But yeah, it was good. It's a good pod today. You know, covered a lot of tomfoolery. We came up with the term celestial communism. I think that's amazing.
I mean,
yeah.
Does it get better than that?
I mean, look, I'm sure it's better than celestial capitalism. I'll put it that way. I don't even want to know what is divine capitalism or like. No, I don't even want to think about.
I feel like that's
galactic capitalism sounds like imperial.
Galactic gives me like Marvel vibes. Like Galactus is coming down to impose his reign. Divine gives me more like church capitalism, which sounds like the absolute worst. That sounds terrible.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like you can't call it galactic yet though, because like we, as of so far what we know, we the only niggas with life. So it's like it's not about the whole galaxy yet. It's just about the solar system. So like you might as well rule the solar system. Ain't no point of ruling empty ass land over there, especially since you ain't buy it from the universe seller. Chuck, the universe seller.
Chuck. I do like the fact that the nigga that is
selling universe
outside of space and time.
Yeah, his name Chuck.
His name is Chuck. No, let's give him a black name.
You just get a regular ass name. He is white.
No, I said let's give him a black name. No, the nigga outside of space and time is black.
Why would he be outside of space and time if he was black?
Why would he be outside of space and time if he was white? What you mean? Why white people own the universe?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. That's part of the theory. It didn't always work that way. That's the part I gotta. I don't like that theory. I gotta work on the lore.
No. Nigga outside of space and time that sold the universe to God is Carlatrium.
And do that nigga sound like he black? No, he don't.
What do he sound like? That's definitely not a white name.
That nigga sound Greek or something. It sure is a white name. Carlatrium. That nigga sound like he sound like one of them old soldiers and shit from the year 820.
What I gotta say? What I gotta say? Something black like fucking Tyrone.
No, come on. You could have just said, "Nigga, why is Chuck not a black? Charles Barkley is black. What the fuck are you talking about?"
You know, Chuck is a black man. That is a black name. Show him a little bit. Chuck is black. All right, Chuck. Let's go, Chuck. Yeah. Chuck. Bro, I fuck with Chuck.
Why, nigga? See, this is your problem. You thought a nigga named Chuck wasn't no nigga. Look at you. Chuck, the universe seller. That wasn't enough for you? Huh? He sell universes, bro. Come on.
No, just the nigga in charge got to be black for me. So I had to make sure.
He's not in charge. He just sell the universes. There's a guy above him, but we ain't gonna.
All right, the nigga above him black, yo. Galactus black.
All right, but then Chuck is white?
No. Chuck is black too, yo.
All right, so no. The CEO black and he got white workers.
No, the CEO black, and then the vice president of sales who is selling universes is also black.
Okay. Marketing is black for sure. All right.
Yeah, niggas be selling shit. Niggas definitely be selling shit for sure. Yeah, we definitely selling shit. Yeah.
Facilities can be the white guys for sure.
Yeah, niggas doing the facilities.
Like when somebody like when one of the universe buyers like make a call like, yo, I need to clean up. I got this planet over here. This shit about to blow up. It's a lot of shit going on.
No, that's big facts. Yeah, facilities definitely white. Yeah,
we need some white folks to take them risks.
Yeah, that's big facts. What we got? HR. Black it would be white, but it's gotta be black. It's gotta be. No, it's gotta be. No, yeah, no. It wasn't even a question. It's gotta be black.
I want my HR department to be only women. I want no niggas in there.
Only black women. Yeah. No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
CEO of operations, Asian dude. Yeah. Asian dude.
Asian dude named Alton.
Alton. Yeah. Actually, that's a great name, Alton. I love that name. Yeah.
See, look, I'm telling you, look, we gonna come up with this.
We just set up a whole. We just did.
Start the book off, you know.
Marvel just came out with Shang-Chi. We just did Marvel: The Eternals. We just set that whole lineup up.
I mean, it's like we phase 7 this shit. Wait, they ain't even get there yet. You feel me?
I don't even think they have 4 yet. So
that's
yeah,
you see what I'm saying, nigga? We preordained. This is destiny for niggas to do it like that.
Yeah.
Really though, I'm starting to sweat, and I gotta get the fuck out of here. So, ladies and gents, it's been a great time. Don't forget to tip your local universe seller. Thank you. Have an amazing day.